Welcome back to your favorite shit talking session. We've been gone for a minute, but now we back with the motherfucking jump off, better known as Ratchet Ramblings podcast. We know y'all missed us. Our dear friend Candace is still on her bad bitch break, but in the meantime, you still have two of your hosts, and two out of three ain't bad. I
That's
go by
right.
Curtis the Menace, aka Trolificent on all social media, and I am joined by.
What's up, y'all? I am Jeremy, better known as Black Dante on Twitter, better known as Vice President Big Knees. And like Curtis said, our friend Candace is on her bad bitch teens break, but we bike and we have a special guest in the studio, and I will let her introduce herself.
This is Adina, the honey goddess on all social media.
Welcome.
Thank
Well, welcome to the Lion's Den of Niggatry.
you. I'm ready.
That's really what it is. That's really what it
Yeah.
is. Before we
it's
get
really-
started, you guys, the usual reminder, use the hashtag Ratchet Ramblings Pod when you listen and you tweet about the show, or if you post about it on Instagram or anything like that, just so we can see what you guys have to say. Some quick shout outs. First, shout out and congratulations to Rod and Karen of the Black Guy Who Tips podcast on their successful live show. Woo woo. Shout out to CSPN being in the building, Deasia Ali and So Lovely from Bad and Boozy, Bree from Mama Meets World, and yours truly. We were all in the building at the same damn time.
Powerful
And
niggatry at work.
Black excellence is what that is. Call it what the fuck it is, okay? Call it TNT, all right? So we definitely showed up and showed out. Listen, Deasia and So are both very beautiful in person and tall, especially So. But hey,
Also, so stop lying about you ain't got no damn ass, girl. Stop it.
girl, she had everything set out. Titties was out, ass was out, hair up in the bun. Listen,
I
she
remember
had
that.
a little black dress on.
Trying to snatch up somebody's damn son. Stop lying, so.
Listen,
Spicy.
yeah. And last but not least, death to that Meals on Wheel commercial that plays over and over again when you watch the shows on the websites. That who dis? Ma'am, you have to shut up. You have got to shut up.
Wow.
That commercial gets on my fucking nerve because they play it. One time I was watching it, I bullshit you not. They played it 4 times in a row.
They do. It's either that one or that goddamn that damn commercial with the damn bears and shit. I forget what it was. Is it Dawn? I think it's
I
Dawn.
don't even know what commercial. I don't see that. All I see, who dis? Who dis? Girl.
Girl, fuck you.
No, I'm not gonna say that. That's somebody me mama. Like, take your meal on wheels and go. That commercial get on my goddamn nerves.
Stop.
Who dis? Who? It ain't that funny. He don't even look like he say who dis. Somebody lying.
Stop making fetch happen.
Oh God. Anyway, so that's that. Let's get started. Where do you guys want to start?
Let's let our guests decide.
Agreed.
Let's start with Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, so real quick before we get into that, I want to make this announcement. We officially will not be covering Love and Hip Hop Hollywood on this show after this episode. We did mention before the season started that if it turned out to be Boo Boo, we were gonna drop it like Cordell dropped Portia.
Curtis.
And the time has come. Thank you so much for coming to my Niggy Talk.
Wow.
I stopped watching a couple of weeks ago, so Jeremy and Adina, y'all take it away.
Yes, sir.
So I have to conjure my friend. Listen, let me tell you something. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood played in my fucking face.
They just really
they are in
on
full
my
blown
fucking nerves.
They are in full blown goofy territory. Like I
Like the storyline is getting real. Like Akbar and his damn 2 wives or whatever was enough. When I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then they tried to fight. Like
Listen,
the episode where they tried to fight Tierra when she was leaving, I was like, "This shit goofy as hell." Now
it's so I because we had been away for a while, and because I took my podcasting due diligence seriously, because I know Curtis said fuck this shit, which I don't blame. I don't blame. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this episode, but if it's boo boo, I'm gonna be like Curtis, I'm gonna be like fuck this shit too. And by the end of the episode, I was like, not even by the end of this episode. By the first 10 minutes, I was done. Because first of all, what's the child name? What's the lady name? Donatella, the one that was like
white lady.
Yeah, when Nasal E got her wig snatched, she was like, her wig is coming off. Her wig.
Oh.
Yeah. How you have I was done from the get-go because I was like, how you have a bad bitch showcase in London that you supposed to be hosting, but you gonna stay your ass.
You're not there.
I was like, sis, sister, what are you doing? So I knew we was finna be on some bullshit there, but okay. So listen, friends. I know that the circumstances surrounding Tierra, and how we feel about, the sex tape and all that stuff, all that notwithstanding, because I think because me and Curtis, I mean, before we took our unintentional break, we was like it something in these grits is gritty, but I'm sorry, but the way Paris and Nikki, but specifically Paris, the way she carry on about Tierra, that shit is not. It is very, very weird. Like, I'm sorry. Like I said,
when they was in the car and she was just like, get over it, and like,
yeah, like that's what I was saying.
Turn up and drink. She just got out of rehab for drinking, and you in a bar telling her to have a drink.
And the fact that it was Moniece of all fucking people that was like, if you don't want to drink and we need to leave, then that's what we gonna do. I was just like,
right.
That's why I was
Moniece to save the day.
A fucking Moniece, which, but
she's just we gonna circle back to her.
Because child. But yeah, I was just like I said, how we feel about Tierra notwithstanding, that ain't no friend to me. I'm sorry. Like, I know, friends joke about certain stuff and stuff. I mean, shit. Like us on this podcast, like me and Curtis and Candace and Taylor in our group chat, we joke about things that go on in our personal lives, but because it's among friends. But something like that, like something like I mean, because what Paris said that really ticked me off, like, oh, she, in the words of Curtis, she ain't no real bitch. She was like, it was, if the whole world is talking about you being humiliated, then why can't we? That ain't no damn friend.
Wow, yeah.
That ain't no friend.
I remember when she said that. Yeah.
That is not no friend. That's somebody. That's a motherfucker that want to know your business so they can put it on lipstick alley.
We was just talking about that.
That's what the fuck she is. Paris, like, at first I liked Paris this season, but this shit,
a little bit, but she killed it.
Yeah, See, it's like the read. You can't root for niggas for too long.
Exactly, she fucked it up because she's a terrible person on the inside. She tried, but it didn't work out.
Right. I was like, and then in the scene, like, how you gonna cry to Tierra, like, about that shit about K. Michelle? Like, I was labeled a thief, which we have dragged K. Michelle, and rightfully so, for being a goofy bitch about that shit. Because, girl, $50
damn dollars.
Really.
Damn dollars.
However, you big mad and very insensitive and crying about K. Michelle, but you hounding Tierra about
upset.
Right. You can't show, you want people to be sorry for you about that K. Michelle shit, but you can't have empathy for Tierra, and that's supposed to be your friend. You talking about this ain't no solved trip. It's like, girl, what?
Like, literally, Tierra went to London. The little interview was about Bridget Kelly. Brooke, old bird, stupid ass, came out there, made the shit about her and everything else. And then that man sat there and asked Tierra about a sex tape in London. She didn't come there for that. So she can't escape it.
Tierra was trying to cook some goddamn chicken. She was
she was just like, "Are y'all ready to eat?" Like, she lit. Like, I'm She got the wrong folks around her. That's all I'm gonna say. She got the wrong people around her.
But that's been a running thing for Tierra since
She just has discernment. None. She has none.
Listen, her discernment is
non-existent.
She in bankruptcy.
Negative 57,000. It's bad.
Tierra's discernment is like Karen's wigs. Like, ooh, shit.
Wow.
Deficient. God damn. Like, god damn, Tierra. Like, shit. You don't have no good people around you. Everybody that's around you, some shady motherfuckers. God damn.
Some bullshit. And then Nikki excuse talking about she was with her dad in the hospital or something like that. But Tierra was with her when her sex tape shit was going on. So what's the, like, just say you didn't want to be there. Because she was talking about, I might get sued. For what? You didn't do nothing.
Right. That's what we was blown about a few weeks ago when me and Curtis talked about it. It's like, girl, it literally ain't got shit to do with you. Like, what is you doing?
Like, just because you went and met with the girl, a fake meeting or whatever part Nikki played in this, doesn't mean that man's about to sue you. He's trying to make Tierra look stupid, not you.
Which
it's working.
Yeah. But that whole thing about Tierra made me like, okay, you know, I'm good. I'm trying to let my Curtis, you know, fuck this shit. We might, and that's a big ass might say a few things about the reunion when they have it, but other than that, like,
no, I'm not.
I feel you on that. Because, like, their marriage being in question and all that, I feel like it's got to be fake, or like the baby's paternity's in question now. Like, niggas want to climb over tables and it's just really dumb.
I don't feel like let me say this. I feel like this season is everybody is fucking with A1, whether it's real or fake, and it's just like, other than have pearly gate slots, like, this man ain't done nothing to nobody. Why
and wear fucking pearl,
right? I mean, which he looked the fuck stupid, but they ain't hurt nobody. Like,
yeah.
Like, what the hell is all this?
Everybody's problem is.
Yeah, but even they getting it because, like, the preview for next week, like, him and he gonna put his mama and Lyrical Mama in a buy a house and have them motherfuckers get together. Like, this ain't foreign exchange. Like, what is this ain't the mad. This ain't the mad real world. Like, what are y'all doing? So yeah, they
and can we talk about how, like, Brooke's only purpose on this show is to stir up shit?
Yeah. Which be
shady as fuck and be pretty and sing sometimes.
Well, you being very nice with the sometimes, because
like, okay, she went in the booth after. Do we think Monique's had a fake panic attack? I can't think it was. I don't know. I can't say. I mean, I would.
The piece of shit in me want to say it was fake just because how trash Monique is, but I don't know. But that's just a piece of shit.
Rockstar is a piece of shit.
That motherfucker.
Brooke is a piece of shit.
That nigga look like a rock with eyebrows.
Okay, but she legitimately thought this man was her friend. Like, I don't know why he would do her like that. If he knows she can't hit those notes, then why would you do her like that?
Because he a messy ass nigga that live for drama.
Messy ass bitch, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you meant. I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
But and then right after she in the booth hitting them notes and all that, and they was like,
that's the first time we done seen Brooke sing since she been on the damn show.
Right. I know I was real liberal with that, but we all know she can sing. She's one of the few that actually can.
Right, but don't take no advantage of it. Just
none.
Waste the damn.
She's on this show, and where's the new music? None. It don't exist.
It don't exist.
Because you just here to be messy before check.
Just here to be messy and be stupid over Marcus.
Oh. I can't believe he's really gonna marry her after the crazy shit she pulled on that sham little marriage.
Because he a goofy. He admitted
it. He said it. He was like, I like the crazy or whatever. Like, niggas like that, they need therapy.
I mean, look at him. I mean, he ugly. So I mean, who the fuck else he gonna
He looks like a knuckle.
get?
Like with glasses, like with gold glasses.
Like if
Knuckle
you
with gold
put, like
glasses.
if you put frames around
And a fade.
like if you put frames around a suitcase, it would be him.
And then I read on Twitter, like K Michelle is possibly kind of entertaining Akbar.
I mean, we saw that even on what the preview.
Like they went to that little sham dinner. She was being messy trying to get info, but after that, I saw somebody was like being cute with smileys in the comments on Instagram live or some shit like that. Like, oh, really?
Well,
she's just like.
Okay. We know two things. One, we know that Akbar is trash. We do know this, and we also know that K Michelle does have a history. I mean, we talk about
she's trash too.
Yeah, we talk about Tiara's discernment, but K Michelle ain't got the best discernment when niggas evil. So that man beat my ass.
Hi, is this where I chime in?
Please, please do.
Sorry, I just have to say, K Michelle don't have discernment on wigs, on looks, on music, on ass implants. On friendship, on speaking,
skin lightening,
on breathing, on living. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, well,
thank you so much, friend.
We appreciate you.
But that's really all I got for Love and Hip Hop. Unless you got something else, Adina.
I don't think there was any. I'm trying to think if there was some scene that I just really can't believe Brooke. Now, first of all, not Brooke, Bridget Kelly. Now she had a tour or whatever. This was supposed to be a big thing for her in London, and she brought these bitches. You brought these bitches with you to a professional thing. And had them in the house right next to you doing an
impromptu
interview.
Professional interview.
Right, and you had Brooke, who is there for nothing. Nothing more loves than to be seen. Of course, she's gonna bring her bird ass out there and chirp. So she made the whole thing about her, and then it just spiraled out of control. And then in the previews, she want to scold everybody. Scold yourself, bitch. You should have left these hoes at home. I just can't believe that she did that. Like, she paid for everything and had these people make her look like a fool. That's just mind-boggling to me. Like, nobody in America gives a shit about your music, and you went to the place where they actually do and did some shit like this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, if anything, it's poor planning on her part. Because, I mean, I can understand her feeling a way about what Brooke did. Because, I mean,
it was wrong. No, I'm not saying it wasn't wrong.
Yeah, it's one of the things where it's like, that was wrong, but you should have known better, because her and Brooke are actually friends. So it's like, of anybody, you should have known.
I don't know if you even, like, these people say they friends, but you don't do something like that to a friend, to me.
Well, that's true, but production and
I would have, they got to, because that would have been boring if it was just the interviewing.
Right. I mean, and that's what Brooke said herself. Like, this is boring. It's like, girl, and it's like, girl. That's like, why your ass ain't in the motherfucking studio now, shit. And you got connections. That's the other part about Brooke. And I think Curtis said this.
Many. I know him for years. Well, bitch, where's the fucking music at?
It's like these other people got the scratch and claw and strip and not show up.
Literally, she has the vocals. I mean, she sounds great to me. She can sing. She can out-sing a lot of these people on this show, if we being real, on the show. I'm not saying everybody that's out now. I'm talking about on this show.
Yeah.
So, all these producers that have been come and gone, and you ain't got shit.
And she's a bozo. But yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, I get you. I get what you're saying. Like, it's not Brooke's fault. I mean, not Brooke. It's not Bridget's fault, but she should have known better. Because, like, the type of people you around.
If you would have left Brooke at home, it probably would have went differently.
Probably. I don't know.
Tiara would have just came out there. I mean, the Tiara thing probably would have still happened because she was just trying to tell y'all the food was ready.
Yeah, and niggas love miss.
Right. So that nigga that was interviewing her,
he was messy as fuck too. So
as fuck.
Right. So it's like that, notwithstanding, that's not necessarily Bridget's fault, but she should have known you should know your people. Because you
Right.
know Brooke ass ain't there for nothing but mess. But I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna wrap up because honestly, we don't squeeze
Yeah.
a lot more out of this than we need to. Um
Mhm.
what's the girl name? The mama manager or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Apple and I can't think of her damn the
I can't think of
momager's name.
20 bands.
20 bands. That's a name.
20 bands.
Really 40 bands, but
Yeah,
20
well,
bands.
yeah, give or take.
I know what she's trying to do with Apple, but Apple clearly that was so embarrassing. And
Apple trying to pay bills. Like
I know, but if she had just came to the meeting, she would have gotten paid. She didn't really think so. She didn't trust it. She flat out said she didn't trust it.
I mean, that's what I really can't blame Apple because look at your non-singing ass daughter. So like, I ain't saying it was unprofessional, but it's like I can't really blame Apple because like, girl,
that was a mess.
We saw what Rockstar tried to do with your talented ass daughter. So you don't have the best track record of managing shit. So. But yeah, that's all I had. So we can move on. So yeah, Love and Hip Hop, y'all, girl, Mona, girl, fuck you.
Just stop.
Stop it, Mona, girl, fuck you. Cause you done played in all fucking faces, and we tired. So Mona, girl, fuck you.
For a couple years.
All right, now we can move on. Let's see. Do y'all want to get Black Ink Chicago out the way or the regular Black Ink?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. So listen.
Tell us how you feel.
First and foremost, go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna throw it to you. Black Ink Chicago had its finale for all intents and purposes while we was on break, and I just want to say, we don't really live tweet the shows as much as we used to, and when I say we, I mean me and Candace, we don't live tweet as much as we used to, and we don't live tweet from the show page. But I do happen to catch a little bit every now and then when I log on, when the shows airs and stuff. And listen, let me tell you something. Y'all, hashtag y'all. Not y'all, but hashtag y'all. Y'all gonna put some respect on Ryan motherfucking Henry name. Because listen, let me tell you something. Go, Curtis, go.
So we'll get there. Let's circle back a little bit. First, shout out to these dummies.
For putting
because it took them however many months and 16 episodes to realize that goddamn shop needs a goddamn manager. 5 grown motherfuckers cannot manage a shop at the same time altogether. Bitch, this ain't Voltron. Even Voltron got a goddamn leader.
Right.
Even Megazord got a leader.
Right.
You stupid bitches, what the fuck is y'all doing?
And while we're here, shout out to these dummies for putting a dummy in charge of dummies.
A whole dummy. I was like
a gaggle of dummies.
I mean, but to be fair, they already had a dummy in charge because Van has literally done nothing for this shop. But to his credit, I do get him being fatigued with always his power in the shop is just breaking up fights. However, if you knew how to manage and lead, you wouldn't have to be doing that in the first fucking place.
I'll take it a step further. If you had
big croissant built looking bitch, like what the fuck is even going on in this shop?
You are so rude.
I'll take it a step further. I'll take it a step further. If your loaf of bread built ass hadn't sided with a bitch with big guns that abandoned y'all ass, you would have a leader still in the shop and owning the shop, and you wouldn't be in this situation. But we'll get to that.
Well, I mean, that's why they all suffering now.
Exactly.
How the fuck? I am still so dead at that. y'all really sided with Kat and her gums, and she took her gums, bought 2 plane tickets, one for hum and one for the gums, hightailed it back to LA, and has not fucked with y'all since.
Opened up her own damn shop, doing own ass interviews, tattooing, promoting her shit. Y'all did all this goddamn hooping and hollering over her, and she is nowhere to be seen. She absent like niggas with child support come around. Like what?
Ooh.
She like Van who?
Right?
Charmaine
What?
who?
Danielle, huh? And Danielle, the one that's supposed to be real close with her. We ain't seen shit.
Mhm.
Well, it's been a blessing for Danielle not to be on the show because really, girl, why are you here?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Why are you here?
Ask the hard hitting
We done
question.
had what, like 16 episodes? She done been in like 8 of them.
And she did need to be in them.
She really did. And 2 of them was her getting beat the fuck up.
Sure was. Lily flattened that ass. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I will say
Wow.
that.
The tragic tale of DuckTales.
Wow.
Well, when you get what you deserve.
Yeah, when you do clownery.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
You know, karma be like,
Okay, that's fine.
you thought.
Look at
Listen,
bitch, you thought.
Karma was in the form of a small Mexican woman that beat her the fuck up.
Sure was. And Karma, she don't play because that small Mexican woman also got her ass beat.
Yeah. It all
But
goes full
anyway,
circle.
we don't need to double back to episodes prior. But if you just enjoy that, go back a few episodes and watch everybody getting beat up. I mean, it seems like all the women this season got beat up except the black one. I mean, except not the black ones because the black ones was getting beat up. All the women got beat up except for Nikki and Jen, but Jen's so damn dumb.
Well, damn.
So she don't really count.
Wow.
I mean, I low key was hoping that when they were at that summer camp that they needed to give back to them kids, I was low key hoping that Jen would beat Lily up. But Lily's lies were so unbelievable. Jen was like, "Bitch, get out of my face with this shit. I know my fat ass man don't want your dumb ass."
Like anytime you tell someone that, oh, your man was trying to kiss me, you're trying to fuck on me, and she was like, well, what's the tea, sis? Tell me. That's how you know she ain't believe none of that shit.
Jen leaned up against that post and was like, "Girl, I know my man don't like Mexicans, so what is you even saying?"
Ooh.
My man, she was like, my man prejudiced as fuck. He only like black women.
Okay, he like ham hocks and neck bone. I.e. me.
He was like,
he don't eat tamales. So what is you even saying?
You beat me too.
Anyway. There was a well, I mean, all the good stuff was okay. So let's talk about 4. First of all, 4, why are you still in Chicago? You have work to do. You have this producer that is giving you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chances.
Listen,
wow,
more than he deserved. If we being completely honest.
Oh, are we being honest?
There for all these
we here. Go ahead, friend. We here.
Let's be honest. I like 4. 4 is fine. Like I would fuck 4. However, when it comes to the music, nigga,
it stops there.
I have been trying. Now I have not listened to any records all the way through.
Ooh.
Although he just dropped a project. However, I do follow him on Instagram. And these snippets that I've been hearing, I don't know, nigga.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, he's like the nigga on Twitter.
I'm not sure about
with
the
SoundCloud
flow.
link that's trash.
I'm not sure about the flow. I'm not sure about the rap skills. I just don't know.
I'm not sure about the
wow.
But what I will say is, if you have somebody that sees it for you the way London on the Track sees it for, you need to be seizing the motherfucking opportunity. The same way you seize Nikki's fine ass gluteus maximus, you need to be seizing this opportunity because don't nobody else see it for your 30-year-old ass.
To be quite honest, I mean, listen, I see
musically anyway. Like nigga, just because you had a hit in Chicago, don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Right. But Chicagoans, don't nobody in LA, ain't nobody in LA bumping no Chicago theme song, nigga. Is you crazy?
Right.
We ain't in New York doing a 2-step to your Chicago song.
Right.
Nobody give a fuck.
We ain't in Atlanta
Nobody's
doing the
even heard
dirty
of-
bird to goddamn your Chicago soul, nigga. Like what? Come on now. Come on. Come
Now,
on, Thor.
It's
I'm
not for
all
everybody.
for somebody putting their city on their back and doing all of that kind of shit. But nigga, you have an opportunity to go further and farther with little talent.
Listen,
You need
got
to
the
be
Mac-
seizing the motherfucking day.
Carpe diem, my nigga. Carpe diem.
Like, what is you even doing? You playing in this man's face over and over again. You playing in the white lady's face, and you know white ladies do not like black men playing in their goddamn face.
Right.
Okay, you got bitches from Spotify like you need to get it to fuck together. And what you do? You tuck your tail between your legs and you hightail it back to Chicago. I needed some power. I needed some recharge. Nigga, if you don't fly them motherfuckers to you and get your bitch ass in the goddamn booth and get that work done,
Listen.
Wow.
that's like us. Like if some company wanted to sponsor us and wanted to put us on for this show, and one of us is like, I mean, I don't know, I ain't really feeling it. I need my energy. I gotta go back. That's like me saying, well, I gotta go back to Houston and link up with my people so I can recharge my batteries. Everybody's gonna be like, if you don't get your dumb fat ass wherever the fuck you need to record that goddamn podcast with your dumb ass, like, what is you doing?
Like, but but listen, it'd be the handsome nigga that's always stupid.
I don't understand his thought process.
I mean,
He's
those
not very bright at all.
Yeah. So, speaking of not being bright, Nikki,
she is as fine as she is done.
She crazy. Now, I didn't realize that Nikki was only 25. That explains everything.
Wow.
It explains very little, to be honest. Because bitch, you 25, you not 15.
Mm.
But you are fine as hell.
Okay.
I will never
Valid.
take that away from you.
Valid. Very valid.
So she comes home and she confronts Four with the video. He done sent a video, a little nude video of himself to somebody, and Nikki caught hold of it. Now I want to pause right there before we start talking about their interaction.
Okay.
I want to touch on this because I didn't know what was going on when I saw it because I hadn't watched the episode. And Jeremy touched on it a little bit. Like I said, last week was a lot going on and I was traveling, so we didn't do an episode. I saw on Facebook somebody was like, "Oh, Four is gay."
Ooh.
And they were referencing that video, but I didn't watch the video. So I didn't know what was going on because I purposely waited to watch the show. So now that I've seen the show and I've seen what the video is, listen. Now, I'm not gonna call nobody out their name. I know I use words on here. Everything is in jest. However, y'all bitches got to get it the fuck together. Y'all have got to get this. You black women, y'all have got to get this homophobia the fuck in check.
Yeah,
because it don't make no sense that just because that man sent it don't matter. He could have bent over, spread it wide. He could have had that camera zoom 100 times all up in his colon. That does not make him gay. There was no mention of another man in this scenario. Do y'all not understand what gay is? Do you not understand what homosexual is?
Exactly.
Please listen to me. I am I'm a non-practicing homosexual.
Because hashtag niggas all knowing.
Listen to my voice. You cannot be gay if it is not two people of the same gender involved. That is what homo. That is what it means. This man sent a video, and we're not gonna act like a lot of women out here don't like men's asses.
Thank you.
Are you like, what is y'all even talking about?
Like, I don't know why people be playing. They eat the ass, you dumbasses.
Listen.
Like, what are you talking about? There's women out here that want a man's butt in their mouth. So what are you saying?
Tell them. So
I'm not one of them. But I'm just saying.
I mean, well, yeah.
Let's be clear.
But with straight men,
I've been reading on Twitter more frequently them tweets that say retweet if you eat ass, and there's thousands of people. I'm like, thousands of women eat ass.
It's like people let their freak flags fly. Yeah,
and disrespectful. Like,
it ain't nothing gay about.
And I don't know why people got to be so bothered by it. It ain't you. So mind your. To me, I don't
Mind
think
your
so either.
manners. It ain't nothing
But
gay
if
about
it
that
is,
man.
so what?
Trust me. If there
If
was
it
a
were,
gay
what's the problem?
bone,
Like, I don't know why.
no pun intended,
True.
in Ford's body, that shit would be all over the. We would know about it if anything going on with Ford with his big dick ass. We would fucking know about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Yeah.
please check your homophobia at the door. It is not welcome.
That's right.
Thank you so much. Okay,
I just like to piggyback off real quick because my friend Curtis and Adina have said everything. Well done, friends. Well done. I would just say cishet black women's not only homophobia but transphobia and biphobia has been on display a lot these past couple of weeks,
and I didn't know. It's really disturbing.
It's VV disturbing. VV disturbing and far be it from me as a cishet black man to be like, check yourselves, but I'm gonna say it because this is my fucking show. Check yourselves. That's all.
It's gross.
check yourselves, or don't be surprised when you get checked by somebody else.
Oop.
And we're gonna leave it at that. So speaking of getting the hell checked, Nikki was like, she was like, so okay, emphasis. Nikki was like, so you sending videos, bitches? Let me tell you something. When she showed him that video, his face the whole time had me in tears.
Listen, the part that had me screaming was when she said,
right.
When she said, you just like your damn brother. I was like,
oh, and she was like,
Yes,
I'm not
that's right.
Ashley. I was like, oh, petty.
I was like, oh, so that's what we doing? Okay.
Oh, I was like, oh, she's so petty. But that nigga's face,
Wow.
like, did you see him turn into Inspector Gadget?
Damn.
At that video, like,
the queen of petty is the queen.
I was waiting for him to pull a Stevie J and be like, I don't recall.
Right.
Although you can't really, I mean, you can't argue with video evidence.
I'm telling, like, how could he deny that one? That's you on camera.
That's you on your camera.
Fell to his balls. Like,
okay, we face, body, dick, balls, and ass.
All there.
All the parts of you that she knows intimately, nigga. There was no way for you to get out of that.
And look, that nigga
at all.
At first, the way that nigga face scrunched up, he was like, he thought he was finna pull a Shaggy and say it wasn't me, but he was
he sure was.
He was like, bro, he caught himself mid sentence, like, fuck, I can't lie my way out of this. God damn.
Oh, but he tried anyway. This nigga gonna be. Oh, I was trying to set up a threesome.
Yep.
I was like, see, this is why we call you and your brother dumb all the time. You could not have picked a better lie than that. If you were gonna lie, what do you always say, Jeremy? If you're gonna fuck around,
fuck around expeditiously.
This dumb, I was trying to set up a threesome. Nigga, is you stupid? What is you saying?
Not only and
that don't make no sense.
And then not only on top of that, nigga, y'all having y'all agreement where you and Nikki trying to set up threesomes. Nikki be the one that do it, so she knew you were lying.
From what I've seen, that's usually how it is. A lot of times, if there's an agreement to have a MFF threesome, is usually the woman like, let me do the work because I don't know what the fuck you be doing.
Yeah, because you know niggas are stupid. So
because niggas will fuck anything, and a lot of time they woman be like, nigga, please, we can do better.
Right, like we can do better. I can do better.
The disappointment in their face, like this.
Right, like
you could. If you're gonna make me look stupid, make me look stupid. She don't be with a better.
Right, it's like okay. Nigga asked like, look, you see all this and you get a bitch from Food Lion. Like, what?
Wow, you're mad rude. Like, why are you like this?
Listen, you don't go from Whole Foods to no motherfucking Sack and Save. Like, that's not what we
out this bitch.
I was gonna spit out my damn while.
That's not what we about to do. Can I tell you how jarring it was the first time I was in like a Sack and Save?
Oh my god!
Because I went with my cousin and my aunt, R.I.P. to her, and we was in there, and the dude was just checking the groceries, and they was piling up at the end of the belt, and I'm looking like. Now, granted, listen, I grew up partially in the hood too. I know how the hood work, but I ain't never been in no grocery store like that. And my aunt was like, "Y'all just gonna let the groceries stack up?" And I was like, "We gotta stack our own fucking groceries." I was like, "This is one of the few luxuries you have in the hood. You done brought me somewhere where I got to work and I don't get no check." Shit. Anyway. Shout out to Stacky Say though.
Oh my god!
Like, I got to have my own customer service.
Listen, and I don't mind. Listen, I grew up like my first job was in the grocery store. To this day, if I go to the store and the checker don't have a sacker, I will start. I usually try to sack my own shit anyway because I don't know what these children be doing. Stop putting my frozen stuff in there with a bunch of boxes from the grocery aisles. Like, what?
Nigga, listen, put my goddamn eggs next to some goddamn cutlery. Like,
listen, put my bananas in there with boxes and shit. Is you stupid? Anyway,
we don't need to get on the tangent because we
don't. I mean, we already on a tangent, but so let's get back on track. So Nikki was asking the hard hitting question. Who is she? She was like, you don't just send no nude to no bitch that you don't have some kind of rapport with.
Right.
Who is she? You been talking to this girl. Because you're not just sending no unsolicited news. I know you're not doing that.
Right. And if you are, you a dumbass nigga.
Right.
She was like, give me the tea. And when she was like, let me see your phone, and that nigga was trying to hurry up and Jimmy some shit, she was like, you always trying to do this shit. Just give me the phone.
No,
just give me the I was like, oh.
But no, the nigga hit the classic. Again, this why him and goddamn dog stupid as fuck. The nigga did the classic thing when she was asking a hard-hitting question. The nigga was like, I love you. I only want you. I only need you.
Oh.
You like you my son. The nigga was like, hand me your fucking phone. She was like, I ain't
like, I ain't trying to hear all that bullshit.
Listen,
with the phone, nigga.
Nikki was like, give me the cellular device. This nigga, I messed up. I made a mistake. Yeah, I sent the video. That don't mean shit.
It's like, nigga, it means a lot. It means a lot, actually. That nigga hit her with the money like, I'm sorry. Are you happy, Nikki? Damn.
And she was like, nope, I'm out.
She was like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Listen. He tried to box her in, and she was like, "What do I have to do? Do I have to jump off the balcony?" I was like, "Girl, what?" So dramatic, so dramatic. But
it was dramatic, but I was getting my life because she had her fucked up.
Boy had her so fucked up. Like, so we learned later in the episode, like she moved out. Like that shit is done. I was not expecting that, to be quite honest.
Right.
Like, yeah, Nikki got her stuff and she left. I was like, oh.
Wow.
Can you, I just, men are so fucking stupid. Can you imagine losing your whole relationship because you sending news to somebody? You done sent news and didn't even get no goddamn pussy. I just, oh God.
And then speaking of that, again, just like a nigga, he tried to blame Nikki like, what the fuck you expect me to do when I ain't getting no attention from my woman? Niggas.
Say something.
My thing with that is how you all of a sudden not getting no attention from Nikki. Like Nikki, the same Nikki that showed up naked as fuck when you was in LA.
As a surprise, who was sitting in that hotel all goddamn night musty as shit.
Listen, the same Nikki that threw cereal and water and every other thing she could find on you when she found out you was going to LA. Nikki, she wasn't showing you no attention. Nikki, that's your goddamn problem now. If your dumb ass would be in that studio showing attention to what you needed to be showing attention to, you could have been getting all the loving and affection that you needed.
Well,
you out here mediocre on the mic and you mediocre in your relationship too, and now look at your dumb ass. Just look at you. Trash.
Alone.
Looking the way that you look.
Like Jasmine Master say, just like I thought. Trash.
Just a dumbass. Another mediocre black man.
And I just like I said, four is cute, four is fine, but nigga, what is wrong with you? Like, you cannot be this dumb. Like, you have to get it together.
He is.
You and your brother, get it the fuck together. What is wrong with y'all niggas? God damn.
It's terrible.
Two can't get right ass niggas.
Listen, y'all might as well, if they do a reboot of Life, it needs to star these two dumbass niggas.
Listen,
You gonna eat your cornbread, ass nigga.
hey, you can't have my cornbread.
Please stop.
I'm
Stop
the
it.
pappy ass niggas. This dumb as hell. That's enough. Let's move.
Wait, I just have a question. Did they say how Nikki got the video?
I think she was like somebody reached out to me and sent it to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it was the girl he sent it to.
I don't think it was. I think it was somebody.
Some outside party.
Yeah, it was some fine shit.
Yeah, like somebody off the shade room.
Probably. Okay.
But she definitely had the whole video.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure how it was gonna go because at first she was kind of like laughing. Like in the confessional, she was like, his whole ass. But that shit went left real quick.
Yeah, it did.
You know what? It wouldn't. I don't think she had the intention of being mad or leaving. It wasn't until he started lying, and that's what fucked it up.
When he was gaslighting her, and she was like, "Oh, bitch, you got the right one today."
Lying and gaslighting on top of that. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So we move on, and I don't care about what Charmaine going on. She's not pregnant, so whatever.
All I got is Neek told her ass, "Good luck." That's all I got.
He did. He was like, "Good luck with the." I mean, he did say he was like, "It's not like I'm not gonna leave and not do what I'm supposed to do, but bitch, don't be pregnant."
No, listen. When that motherfucker told her, "You not fit to be a mother right now," and her face sunk, I was like,
I mean, he didn't lie. Where was the lie?
No lies. Listen, again,
she can barely function as an adult.
You being very nice with barely. But
I mean, she did get that work done. She looked nice.
That's fair.
You know, she gets up. Somehow she still has that job at whatever that radio station is called. So I give her, I mean, the bar is on the floor, but the bar is there.
Damn.
Fair.
That's why I give her that. It's not like she Danielle. Now, if it was Danielle, that would be a different story. But so they're like, okay, we trying to get the shop back together. Don decides that he gonna be the manager of the shop. He's stepping up and taking control.
The head dummy in charge.
And the other dummy, what's his name? Van. It's like, oh, thank God somebody else is stepping up.
Well, his cook ass.
Charmaine is like, oh, thank God, blah, 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 blah. And so
I just found it very interesting that at various points in the season, them two niggas in particular wanted to be the man or the woman, but now they were like, oh, child, thank you, Don, for stepping up.
Because the shit already blew up in their faces.
Mm-hmm.
We can pinpoint in the season when it blew up in Van face and when it blew up in hell. It blew up so bad in Charmaine face, she got her ass kicked.
Right, she got beat the fuck up.
Shit, she got beat the fuck up in the club in front of a whole lot of witnesses.
Damn.
Remember, the bitch came in with a black eye. So I'm not surprised that she's trying to hand over the reins. Yeah.
She don't want no more problems.
She tried to be a boss bitch and ended up with a black ass eye.
She tried to be a boss bitch and ended up being a beat up bitch.
Sure enough.
Ooh. But you continue.
And so all of that. So then these dummies, they went all this time and they finally decided, oh, let's use our Chicago connections to get some big name people to come in the shop. All this time. You stupid ass motherfucker.
You dumb bitches.
And we said this. I feel like it was Candace. It may have been I don't know. We said this episodes ago. Charmaine, you work at a fucking radio station, bitch. Why are you not having people come to the goddamn shop?
Work in a radio station.
Promo. Like, why you didn't ask Nipsey Hussle to get his homophobic ass and get a homo tattoo? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you so damn dumb. So anyway, but I mean, to be fair, their big push to get somebody was whoever that dude was that interviewed Nipsey Hussle. So maybe she don't have the pull that we think she does.
Yeah, because I mean, she even at the station, she only worked there on the weekend part time. So
right, and that and
her manager be sick of her.
And he is very adamant, like weekend.
Right,
that is it,
because he know how much of a goddamn goofy she is.
He's like, I don't want you here during the week. Weekend,
aggravating me.
There are
Right.
2 days in the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Those are the days that I want to see you.
Right. I need you
Nothing
to.
less, nothing more.
Right. He like
Outside of that, please exit the premises.
Oh,
like, I need you to be scissor only on the weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then Van did that tattoo, and I can't really give him no props because it was just letters.
Yeah. And then it was also
Very
it was also free thinker, quote unquote. We know what that is. So
Right. So I was like, I guess I would have picked a different phrase because that's too lopsided as far as lettering. But what do I know? I don't know shit about the tattoo world. So go off, light skinned dude. Get your tattoo.
correct.
So then Big Dick Energy
Who
enters the scene. We see Ryan and 4, and they riding. And basically, to surmise everything that's being said, the building management is not here for Loyal Inc. Because apparently these motherfuckers, of course, we know they party too much and they don't take their shit serious. We also find out they have not been paying their rent, or at least not paying it on time.
Which they was doing when Ryan was there. Which way they wasn't doing nothing when Ryan was there. He was literally Ryan. The only reason that shop stayed afloat.
But I mean, we just talking about Loyal Inc. Like y'all's shop, y'all have not been paying the rent or not paying it on time.
Wow.
And on top of that, apparently they didn't even have a lease directly with them because the lease is up for grabs for some reason.
Wow.
So like we know that production pays for that space while the show is being filmed. So my best guess, and Candace will probably hear this and give us the tea later in the group chat or whatever, but it seems to me like literally that's what happened. Production has been paying for the lease, but since the season is starting to wrap up, them building people like somebody got to pay this motherfucking lease when the show ain't here, and we don't have no agreement with these bitches, and we don't want no agreement with these bitches.
Wow.
They was like, we have seen the error of our ways. Ryan, please come and take over this bullshit.
And you know that's bad because even shit, they didn't even like Ryan's ass here, but he knew how to conduct business.
Right. And that's the thing about business. You ain't gotta like a motherfucker to get business done.
Right.
And they realized that they reached out to Ryan, and Ryan went in there, and you knew it was some real boss shit because he didn't even let the cameras come in. He was like, let me do this by myself.
Right. And we know that because remember early in the season, Van fat funky ass tried to talk to building management, and they was like, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah, they were like, "No, thank you."
Right. And we know, and that which makes sense because just like you said, Curtis, we know that production pays, for the rent and stuff, but that ain't got shit to do with them with that lease.
Right. They pay the lease, but the thing is, somebody still has to have the lease.
Right. To have the lease.
It got to be a lease agreement with somebody. So it looks like, from best I can tell, the lease agreement must have been directly with Big Fish and not with one of them that works in that shop.
It couldn't be because remember, and Candace, speaking of Candace, had with her with our friends' journalistic skills. And I'm gonna bring this up when we talk about Black Ink New York or whatever they call themselves. Because Ryan used to live tweet and spill a little bit of tea. When back when the motherfuckers was acting all crazy and being themselves, and we was like, Ryan, why don't you fire nobody? And he was like, with the contract with Big Fish and shit, he technically can't fire nobody. You know what I mean? So I'm guessing it's one of them deals. Same way with the leases, like they can only do so much, and like you said, the lease probably is with Big Fish and not them, and it had to be, which is why it was up for grabs and why Ryan.
Well, yeah, I mean, so if they don't have a lease with and again, because the show is coming to an end, like they have to pay the lease while the show is not being filmed.
Right.
And that's what we come into this. So anyway, so Ryan goes in there and he get him and 4. So it looks like Ryan is like kind of giving 4 the position that Junior was supposed to have before Reese, lion ass, 53% ass, trash ass came and made Junior lose all his shit, lying on him about him hitting her when he didn't.
Right. Which he was wilding, but it's a difference between him wilding and then the extra step that she took to lie on him.
Right. Because she told us flat. Anyway, I don't want to rehash that. Cuss
Fuck
that
you,
white
Reed.
ass, hoe ass. Right. Fuck you, wherever you are in San Diego, stealing art. I hope you get beat up for stealing art. Lying bitch. Anyway, Ryan and Ford went in there and they conducted business. So fast forward, and Don. I just these niggas are so fine and so fucking stupid.
Wow.
So they like, we're gonna have a new artist party. And I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Have a party. I mean, yeah, that's all y'all do is have party. That's the only way y'all get people in that shop is to have
Pretty
a party.
much.
And bring artists in there, interview artists. Okay, why are y'all drinking when y'all supposed to be interviewing people? Why is there alcohol involved?
Because they're dumb.
And that Pearson lady was fucking weird.
Yeah, she really was.
She was really weird.
Sorry. She gave me
chicken bones in the closet.
Wow.
Yeah, she gave she gave me astrology scammer.
That too.
Yeah, she definitely gave me instead of crystal gem, crystal scam. Yeah.
Coochie Crystal Twitter. Yeah.
Oh my.
All right.
Yeah.
Adina,
You know.
please.
You know, y'all know who I'm talking about.
We know. We know.
Oh, unfortunately.
Child. But anyway.
Yeah. And then the dude that they interviewed, he was a weirdo too. Like he went through that whole interview and looked like he did good work. He was like, I got fired from my last job for stealing chicken.
Wow.
And I was watching that like, what in the precious hell?
What in the Craig for Friday hell?
Like, nigga, what? And he was like, yeah, they zoomed in on a video camera and I couldn't even deny it because it was I was like, are you serious?
I was like, this is so stupid, but this is so funny because that's such a
and Charmaine was like, we don't need that stealing ass energy up in here. We done dealt with that before. And I wanted to be like, Charmaine, shut up.
Right. It's like, you didn't lie, but girl, shut up.
Yeah, just be quiet. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So fast forward, and Ryan walks in. This nigga walks in,
knock on the wall.
He was basically like American Horror Story Coven was like, surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you'd never see me in this shop again.
And he dead ass said that too.
And he was like, welcome to the new non-Mac. And it was like,
listen, I gotta back up. I gotta back up real quick. Just real quick. When Ryan and Four went to conduct business, and Four was like, well, damn, you just gonna kick them niggas out? You ain't told nobody? Ryan, and I made a point to write this down. Ryan Henry said, why am I playing business with kids when they don't know nothing about conducting business? Nigga.
Why does he owe these people any type of explanation?
Nigga.
Because if y'all was handling y'all business, your lease wouldn't be up for your building management would not be trying to sell your lease to somebody if y'all was handling business.
Exactly.
Ryan, and fast forward, because I had to double back to that, but Ryan came up in there was like, hey, I heard from building management that they ain't really fucking with y'all like that. And they also told me that y'all shit ain't really hot like that. And the lease is up. So he was like, so they reached out to me. We had a conversation, had some shit out. And like Curtis said, and basically it was like, I just wanted to tell y'all to y'all face, welcome to Nine Man.
That Loyal Ink shit dead.
Bro, listen, like I said before 2 weeks ago before we took our break, if this ends up being a Ryan Henry Stan podcast, I'm fine with that. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about Ryan Henry. That nigga put his dick on the table.
His dick was the table.
Listen. Energy.
And just to punctuate your point, we do this season by season. So if next season Ryan trash as fuck, guess what? We're gonna drag his ass. That's what we do.
Right.
But this season,
right,
we don't need to drag him because he shit, he been dragging that big ass dick around Chicago, so we can't really. I personally, and I can speak for Jeremy, and I can speak for Candace. We on Retro Ramblings, we fuck with the way Ryan has been conducting himself on this here season.
Correct.
So,
correct.
Basically, they was like, y'all, your lease is mine. This gonna be non-mag. If you don't like me, you ain't gotta start liking me now, but you gonna have to start getting the fuck out.
Right. And here goes Charmaine as her confessionals. Oh, Ryan,
it's all about Ryan. And I was like,
and she was like, same old. It's not about. Ryan says nobody likes me. That's not what it's about. What the fuck else is it about?
But that ain't even what he said. He said, if you don't like me, pack your bags. He didn't say nothing about none of y'all don't like me. He don't need your sympathy because he got the lease.
Right.
He got the lease.
And when Ford was like, what about Loyal Inc? He was like, that shit is just a LLC. He's like, $125, you do that shit online. That ain't no lease though.
And that's what we said at the time when Charmaine tried to got that shit. Because again, Candace with her journalistic capabilities, she pointed that shit out like that shit don't mean shit.
Yeah, we all knew that. I was like, hell, you can go to LegalZoom and get a fucking LLC.
Right.
Shit, they got commercials.
Right.
Hell. And I was like, I don't know if I said it at the time, but I'll say it now. It gotta be easy to get an LLC because Charmaine dumbass was able to do it.
I'm sure Fat Kid Deals got that shit for 99 cents. I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
It's not even hard.
It's not hard to get no LLC. But we know y'all got two of them because the shit used to be Loyalty Inc. and y'all changed it to Loyal Inc. We ain't dumb.
Right.
But anyway.
But y'all didn't because y'all didn't have the lease, but guess who got it now?
Right. And so then Lily walks in like, surprise, putas.
You know what? And I know we dragged Lily, but listen, I enjoyed the way she carried on. That shit made me laugh. I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
I was like, and she doing a lot with Dawn. Like, he was not trying to argue with you, girl. Like, I don't know why
she
you was just.
She was. But I enjoyed it. I'll be trash. I enjoyed that shit.
I didn't argue with Dawn. Like, girl, shut up. But Dawn was understandably upset with 4. He didn't really have no smoke for Ryan at all. Ryan was like, it is what it is. This is business. But he was like, so, I mean, he was in 4's face. Like, you know, whenever they have like a boxing match or like a, one of them cage matches when they be kicking niggas in the face and shit. What's that shit called? The mixed martial arts or whatever that shit is called. They be right up in each other's faces and shit.
Like they were doing promotion for a boxing ring like Friday Night Lights or some shit.
Dawn was in 4's face, like, so you wasn't gonna tell me. And that little smirk on 4's face lets you know that 4 it has a cushy position in non-mag. Like, he didn't feel no way about doing that. I mean, he didn't really do anything because it was like the shit just happened yesterday. So it was like, I mean, technically, could he have picked up the phone and called his brother? I guess, but I don't even know how that conversation would go, to be honest.
To be perfectly honest, I mean, because 4 was like, Dawn was like, when you was gonna tell me? 4 was like, now.
He was like, right now.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. Ryan was like, continue having y'all's party because that's all y'all know how to do. Enjoy.
He was
and
like,
again, welcome to the new non-mag.
Yeah, he was like, I just want to tell y'all to y'all face, I'm finna bounce. Do what y'all do because it ain't tattooing.
Right.
Listen, because when they rolled up and he was like, they having another part. He's like, they ain't never did doing no damn work.
and he would know firsthand. He would know.
Right. Now, I did have to kind of pull his whole card a little bit because I'm like, nigga, you still ain't got your shop open. But they are tattooing in the basement, so I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, shit, now he got 2 shops. So,
and then he got 2 shops. And that was pretty much it. Welcome to non-mag, niggas.
And then they on the end of the scene, they took off that damn Loyalty Inc. shit and started putting up the non-mag sign.
Well, he just left it there because that takes some work to hang it. And it takes some work to get that Loyal Inc. off the wall. But yeah. Him and whoever that light-skinned girl with the tattoos,
the assistant. I think it was the assistant and somebody else.
It was it was another real light-skinned girl. She may have been non-black. I don't know. She was like milky white. Yeah. And then the drunk assistant, I don't remember her name.
All right.
And they walked out.
I know. It's probably a good thing that he didn't bring that black girl that be ready to fight, because it probably would have been a situation in there.
Probably. I mean, they handled it a lot better than I thought they would. Like I was for sure that Van was gonna do his usual blow a gasket and
Yeah, he did that in the confessionals. Weird.
turn into the fake Hulk. He was like, "Hey, fuck y'all, and fuck this, and fuck everything." Like, nigga, shut up, and sit down. You ain't going nowhere. You just was complaining about not getting no money. What else is you gonna do? You gonna work it out with Ryan. You gonna roll your big ass in that shop, and you gonna do mediocre tattoos because you need money.
Right, because you have no other tangible skills whatsoever.
There you go.
Right, because the damn show ain't child rearing, being a good
father.
man.
Talk about it.
Anyway, so yeah, that was Black Ink Chicago.
Useless.
Yeah, it's been a pretty lit season. But I do agree with Candace. Like, the best episodes were the episodes where Ryan was in them,
right?
Which says a lot about the show, to be quite honest.
It's centered around him.
I mean, the thing of, it's not even centered around him. It's just that the rest of them are not interesting enough.
Right. I mean, they not. I mean, even with them being the fuck goofy, like, I mean, yeah, it's good for a chunk of here and there, maybe one episode, but a whole season with them motherfuckers, it's no.
I see what you mean.
Because they sat up there and it was the same shit. Like, they sat up here and sold this dream to themselves, to each other, and tried to sell it to us, the viewers, that, oh, it's going to be different because Ryan is not here anymore and he was the problem and blah, 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 blah. And lo and behold, the whole season, it was the same exact shit. Y'all fighting. Y'all not doing tattoos. Y'all can't get your shit right.
Being stupid.
I mean, that's a given.
Yeah.
You know,
like,
I mean, even Ryan be stupid sometimes. So that ain't really. Yeah. But it's like, y'all sat up here and so y'all sold y'all believed your own hype that y'all could do this without Ryan, because you took for granted all the shit that he does behind the scenes, business wise.
That, and then all the stuff that he does for them on a personal level, because they kept rolling that bean footage back of all the shit that Ryan undone for their asses.
Yep, because they rolled that footage of him helping Charmaine when her car got repoed multiple times.
Ooh.
Yep, they rolled that footage of him and when him and Van first started and shit, when they were getting out the streets and shit. Imagine tossing your A1 nigga to the side and for a bitch with big guns, when you could have just sat there and minded your damn business. Imagine.
I mean, let's we don't need to keep harping on it. Let's move on. But I will say, this is just a lesson of, if you're doing business with somebody, but you have personal issues with them, you need to handle the personal shit separate and leave the business alone. That was y'all's problem. Y'all had personal issues with whatever Ryan was doing with Kat, and instead of handling it and keeping it personal and out of the shop, you dragged all that shit in the shop, and now look at you.
Yeah, but even the personal, because that aside, they also had business issues, because they had issue with every damn decision that nigga made as the boss. And it's like, nigga, his name is like, that's the purpose of a boss, is to make the hard hitting decision that y'all don't have the business acumen or the sense to make,
or the fucking intelligence.
Everybody feel like they can be a manager, and it's like,
and we saw what the fuck happened.
Exactly.
So we're moving on to Black Ink Crew.
Yes.
Okay. So this was episode 3, Rummy in Your Tummy. And I thought it seemed like Black Ink came back kind of early. But I guess it's because this is a new shop in New Orleans.
Right. That's right.
So they're all in New Orleans. And my immediate question was, who in the hell is working in the shop in New York if they all in New Orleans? Only to find out later during the episode that they left Young Bay with her brand new baby there to run that shop by herself. Are you
serious?
I was like, y'all are fucking stupid.
The fuck.
What?
But it's Caesar, so I'm
Caesar,
not surprised.
I mean, yeah, he's not.
I mean, you know, good luck, Young Bay, because
yeah.
I'm
just like, if y'all getting money like that, like, y'all don't all. I mean, I guess it's a quote unquote free trip to New Orleans versus going to New Orleans on your own dime. But come the fuck on.
So, I mean, how is she supposed to tattoo with the baby there?
So we'll see that. There was a preview, so we'll
okay.
leave that for the next episode.
Okay.
She trying to open the shop with the baby and sweep and trying to work with
God.
that baby in there. Somebody comes in for a tattoo when it's nobody in there but her. Any other time,
of course.
But
when
so
there's 17 people up in there,
right?
They ain't got no fucking customers.
Correct.
Get that shit out of here.
Correct. So everybody showed up. It looked like, because I didn't watch the first 2 episodes, and I'm not going to.
Same.
It looked like Donna showed up and she was not supposed to be there. And so she ended up getting... So it looked like in episode, whichever one, they were having a party in New Orleans shop and literally nobody showed up to the party.
Ooh.
And Caesar blew a gasket. He fired Walt. He zeroed in on Walt and fired Walt. And Donna sashayed in, and like I said, seemingly she was not supposed to be there. He fired her too.
Right. Which and this is why I brought this up earlier when we were talking about Black Ink Chicago. Thanks to Ryan spilling a little bit of the tea on the timeline, we know that because of the contracts that they have with Big Fish, unless you rework the shit like Ryan did, nobody can really fire anybody because, you know, they still have contracts, and the only person that can fire somebody or remove them is Big Fish, like they did with Junior. So, you know,
but I mean,
go ahead.
Hell, you don't even really need to know the behind the scenes because they showed it on the episode.
Like,
They showed Donna getting fired like 3 times.
yeah.
Clearly, the shit don't stick.
Right.
So, fast forward, they're in New Orleans. And Caesar's pissed. They trying to get it together. So Kitty is there.
Finally doing some damn work.
Finally doing some work. Although I'm like, why, as the brand ambassador, do you have to plan the party? I feel like that should have been Tatiana's responsibility. And it's like, you know, she kept saying that Tatiana was helping, but I'm like, but shouldn't she be at the helm? She's the manager of the shop.
Right.
Her and Walt, that should be their responsibility to actually plan the party and get shit done. And you, as the brand ambassador, you should be out there. Your thing should be help us get seats or help us get feet in the place. You know what I'm saying? Help us get bodies in here.
Yeah. You should be doing promo.
But for whatever reason, Kitty was like planning the actual shit. And I was like, okay.
Well, Tati probably wasn't doing it because she was too busy. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, so they all actually... So they're all there. Sky, Teddy, Walt.
Which shout out to Sky's Teddy, still looking good.
We'll get there. Who else? Donna, Alex. And that was pretty much it. I don't know where Kevin is or if he's gonna be on this season. Hopefully he is. But he wasn't in New Orleans.
And Melody wasn't there because she had her own stuff.
She showed up. Yeah. She did show up. So they're in there getting ready. And then Sky invite. Who did Sky invite?
Oh
God. I forget his name. Some nigga that was there seasons ago, but I forgot what.
No. It was a woman, and then Elliot showed up too.
Oh yeah, Elliot.
I don't remember who the woman is. Anyway, but I see Elliot still trying to get a check via friendship with Sky. So after the failed weird ass insemination party, Elliot is still hanging out. And, you know, Sky has not really forgiven him, quote unquote, for letting Kevin suck the baby out of him. But he's there. So I don't know. We'll see.
Right. Get that check, young man.
Right. So then we go back to the house and conveniently, let's put a pin in this. Conveniently, Teddy is not there. But Kitty shows up with Jada. And just for a reminder, because I really forgot who the fuck Jada really was. I didn't forget who she was, but I forgot who she was in relation to the shop. She's the receptionist.
Okay.
So Jada showed up with terrible wig. Wig of her confessional is the fuck bad.
She was in there looking like a goddamn anime character.
Just it's real bad. Which is sad because she's a pretty girl.
Yes.
But
Pretty
that
girl. Pretty girl, beautiful gowns, terrible wig.
wigs, child.
Got them wigs, child. Ooh.
Oh,
You
my
bobo.
God.
Ooh, shamanana. Ooh.
Stop.
Mm.
Mm.
And now I lay this wig to rest. Anyway,
Well done, friend.
Oh,
and so as soon as Jada walk in, what's her name? Tati got
Tati.
smoke for her. And as soon as she's like, Tati's like, okay, so are you sleeping with anybody in here now? Like, let me know up front. Like she was,
damn.
she was
Listen.
just doing a lot because she
Listen.
got, which I can understand to a degree because she did get beat the fuck up last season.
Right. And we clocked Jada, man, like you need to have that smoke for Teddy.
Right. You needed to have that smoke for Teddy because you was fucking Teddy, and now you're mad that Teddy pushed it up on Tati. And so you beat Tati's ass. So to a degree, but she took it way too far.
Yeah, I can understand her feeling away. Because one, because she got beat the fuck up, and two, she got beat the fuck up for no reason. When, like, again, she should have had smoke for Teddy. However,
that does not give you the right to throw beer on that girl.
correct, and it also don't give you the right to be a snarky ass bitch. That because she started that whole shit. I was like, you know what, Tati?
Today, I was just asking a question and she was answering disrespectfully. And you know what? I cannot stand a motherfucker that's being disrespectful but don't want to own up to that shit.
And gaslight the other person and like you being disrespectful. It's like,
Right.
even if you wanted to have that conversation with Jada, which girl, you would be fuck weird anyway. But still, even if you did want to have that conversation with Jada, you could have pulled her to the side and had that conversation like a grown ass adult. You made a scene, and Jada, you know, she finished the scene, or he tried to finish.
Well, yeah, I mean they had another fight and it wasn't really a clear winner. But Tati did snatch that wig off her head, so
which was an improvement, honestly.
I mean,
it truly was. Like, girl, just rock the hair that you have
Yeah,
because
the hair that you had, right?
The not it.
The hair that you have ain't that bad. So why you have these damn Dragon Ball Z ass wigs? I don't know, but you know,
right? Like, sis, this is not it. Like, I don't know why
you're looking like they're looking like Frieza in the head. Like, what you doing?
Yeah. So they got smoke for each other. Walt spent half the episode yelling and flailing like one of them whacking arm tube things that they have at the used car dealerships. And I'm like, for a little bitty skinny ass nigga, he got all this energy.
And just it's like
just yelling. Now he had a smidget of a point because the failure of that party was not solely his responsibility.
Correct.
And Caesar was wrong for that. However, fuck Walt. Just because.
Just on GP.
I don't know. I don't even know nothing about Walt. It just felt right to say.
Well, I mean, he don't do shit but be on that show.
You know what? Yes, fuck Walt, because you don't do shit. All that yelling and screaming and flailing, you don't do shit. And you know I'm trying to work to get my kids back.
What is his actual title?
Do some actual work. He's the assistant manager.
He is?
Nothing.
How you the assistant manager, but you can't manage your life? Nigga, you can manage your alcohol.
He can't manage his fucking being presentable in public.
Well,
that
that's real tea.
Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. I mean,
that nigga definitely looked like a floor
lamp. He
looks
looks sticky. Like he just don't. Nah.
He looks like he foams at the mouth.
Stop
like,
it,
definitely
Curtis.
Looks like he got rabies. He definitely.
Gracious, why are you like this?
You knew what the fuck you was getting into, girl. What did we even say? You knew what you
no,
you
okay, so I was just reading the tweets about how you say they make it seem like you the worst, but you are the worst.
Whatever. Shit, whatever. I told you I have a custom cape.
I'm saying.
I own it. Shit.
Yes.
I own it. Yes, I am the worst. 57%. I can't wait till we're gonna do the poll again. in December, because that'll be about 5 or 6 months. We're gonna see what the percentages is like so far.
Oh man.
I said what the fuck I said. That nigga
You
look like
did.
a little he looked like a little chihuahua.
Hey, remember the damn dog from Resident Evil?
He really does.
Yes, he does look like a dog with the T
No,
virus.
he looks like a Taco Bell dog.
You'll get on my job back.
Curtis, go ahead.
Please stop it, okay? I'm so tired of you. Oh. I'm crying.
Okay. We gotta focus, y'all. We gotta move on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So Melody.
Also, I understood his walk point about C's bringing up his alcoholism in front of company. I understood.
Very
that.
messy.
I understood that.
Very unnecessary.
I mean, this didn't fuck him, but I understood that.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, you have to do that like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
pull him to the side or whatever.
Yeah,
But we know that's not C's.
Nah, he's very
That's
extra.
not his C's because he don't know what the fuck he doing his damn self.
right.
To be honest, I want to know who pulling the strings behind the scenes because I refuse to believe that Caesar has enough business acumen to be opening new shops in different cities. I don't believe it.
I don't either.
You know what?
Especially in New Orleans of all places. But
Right. Because we saw what happened when you tried to do.
or something.
Because we saw what happened when you tried to expand here in Atlanta. And oof.
I mean, I don't know if the shop is still. I mean, the shop was open, but I just don't believe that Caesar has the capability to do that on his own. I feel like he got a silent partner or something.
Yeah,
he got him a Mr.
connections.
He got a Mr. Biggs pulling the strings, like getting shit done. Because I just like Caesar is such a fucking dumbass. I just don't see him being able to do that on his own.
That's exactly.
Now I could be wrong. Maybe this is a character for the show. But and Caesar, if you're listening to this, nigga, good luck because you look stupid on the show. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I really hope
it's a persona because you look dumb.
You look and you sound dumb. And did you ever get that STD cleared up?
These are the hard-hitting questions.
All right.
So speaking of asking the pertinent questions, Melody, she really. First of all, Melody, what is going on with her hair? Like I can't tell.
I never liked it, so I don't. I just.
It's just I don't know what's going on there.
Her hair
sounds so genuinely confused.
Her hair is giving me. Her hair is giving me.
Because I can't tell if it's just poorly styled or if it's like.
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
I mean,
is it still the dreads?
It's giving me. It's this. Oh god. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna own my piece of shit. Fuck it. Her hair gives me natural disaster refugee teas.
Wow, you're a terrible person.
You know what? That's fine.
Because it was giving me Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial.
All right, stop. Let's just cut the recording off now. Like y'all just really.
That shit looked like the remnants of a forest fire. I'm sorry, I was very confused. I'm like, why is it so dry?
Only you can prevent wild melodies.
Okay, only you can prevent wig burn.
Wig burn.
I don't know, but anyway. So Melanie, she want to connect with her racist white family, and I'm confused as to why, especially in Trump's America. And she did all that posturing and grandstanding. She came down to New Orleans. Now, shout out to her because she had a client. She made some money. She got stood up, and I'm just like, girl, just because you got white dick at home, why do you want to reconnect with your mama's racist white family? Like, what is you even talking about?
Right,
what is that going to? What are you going to gain from that?
Yeah, I'm trying to say, what is her end goal? Like, what's the point?
People who have not spoken to your mama for 40 fucking years for marrying a black man. Girl, what is you talking about? What do you have to speak to them about?
Mm.
So that was dumb as hell.
She gonna be outside of Thanksgiving.
Right.
Mm.
It's gonna be in her memoirs.
Mm.
I wasn't allowed. Anyway, I don't, never mind.
Say
Never
about
mind.
it.
Never mind. Never mind. So they have the party. Like Kitty she did work.
Finally.
Allegedly, Tati did work. And they got people into the shop. I don't know what the happened at that first party while there was nobody there. Because I'm like, this is New Orleans. Like, you shouldn't have to do much to get people in there.
Nigga, you can just go down Bourbon Street. Shit.
Right. And so speaking of, this one part I did laugh at because Donna showed up and she was like, I have an idea. And Sky was like, bitch, you ain't never had no good idea. And Donna was like, bikinis, Bourbon Street, and signs. And I was like, what? Signs to get people to come to a party. Groundbreaking.
Right. Riveting.
Bikinis.
Riveting.
She's like, we're going to be wearing the bikinis and blah, blah. So, but they didn't show that part. So I don't even know if they really did it.
Yeah.
Like,
And Scott was like, oh, she actually had a good idea, the dumb bitch.
That had me laughing, but it was also like nice.
Also, Jeremy and Adina too. Y'all noticed that Donna's body looks very different this season.
It does.
Yeah,
I feel like she got the same. She went to the same doctor as Charmaine.
Yeah.
She not shaped like Adele no more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
She not shaped.
Okay.
She not shaped like a pillowcase no more.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
She not shaped like a bag of flour no more.
Yeah. She not shaped like a nightstand no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
She not shaped like a Frigidaire no more.
A microwave.
Okay.
Listen, when she was in that shop sweeping, I was like from behind. I was like, okay, bitch. But then she turned around in them teeth, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, she did everything but get them teeth.
Yeah, she should have got that fixed first.
Them teeth look like two PlayStation controllers.
You need to shut the hell up.
Listen, them teeth, they look like when you lose in Tetris when it start going too fast.
Oh! Man, just stop.
Hey, she got Minesweeper teeth.
She got what was that one game where that weird looking thing would like jump down on the blocks, and if you jump on the wrong block, it's like I forget the name of that. I used to like that game. Anyway, Anyway, so they have the party. And shout out to Walt little ass getting he couldn't handle the twerk. That girl put it on him, and he was like,
he was like, you know what? He like, you know what? Let me cut my losses. I ain't finna embarrass myself no more than I already have.
He was already embarrassed, so it was too late for that.
He tried to do damage control.
Yeah. Talk about not being able to handle the boogie. So then we fast forward, and Sky, in usual fashion, she can't have an episode without fighting with somebody.
Of course.
So for whatever reason, she's upset with the bartender. They hired, I guess, a local bartender.
I think because the bartender didn't know who she was.
No, that was somebody else. She was upset with the bartender because the bartender was pouring drinks like a bartender is supposed to do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Guy was like, I told you to pour the drinks like this is a 5-star. Basically, over pour the alcohol in the drinks is basically what Sky wanted her to do. Okay. And she wasn't doing it. And so they started having a fight, but that bartender had Sky's number. She was like, I don't care who you are.
Right.
Like, you're not gonna be coming in here disrespecting me.
Right.
And so then Sky started going crazy, trying to fight her and throw stuff at her. And that girl was looking like
she's gonna fail all the way out.
Because Sky, she's like, come here. She's gonna tell her, I'm gonna make sure that you never work here again. And that girl was looking like, girl, I don't give a fuck about nothing you talking about.
Right.
Wow.
Like, why is you?
This is New Orleans and I'm a bartender. What is you even saying
Like,
right now?
why is you here? Like, I'm a bartender in New Orleans. Like, I literally can go down Bourbon Street and get another job right. Like, I probably got another job lined up after this shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. Like, she has some sort of pull there. Like,
and let's not act like it's not Big Fish paying for all of this shit.
Right. Exactly. So Sky,
so had anything to do with it.
They was gassing Sky up like, oh, she didn't have to beat up the bartender. I'm like, she didn't put no hands on nobody. And we already know Sky can't really fight. And I'm sorry, if we taking bets, my money is on the bartender.
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Shit, as much as Sky do all that hollering and hooping, I was like, girl, you can't fight.
Yeah, the only person you done beat up is Raw Lee, and that don't count.
That don't count.
Right, because Donna done beat you the fuck up plenty of times, and Donna can't fight.
Listen, y'all asses looking like two Rock'em Sock'em robots and shit.
Right.
Either one of y'all. Anyway. So then it was police showed up, but it turns out that it wasn't anything to do with the shop. They were like, Caesar went out to the ask and they were like, no, this is from down the street. And I had this in my notes. I had to say it. Shout out to that poor girl that got jumped so bad to the point where she needed to be taken out on a stretcher, unless she deserved it, in which case suffer.
Correct.
Very, very valid.
If you
do clownery,
if you said jumping, girl, fuck you. But if you did not,
I'm sorry.
We put a prayer out for you.
Yeah, we'll pray for you.
Yes, because child,
Clearly, it was a gang of bitches that God damn. I'm more interested in that than the show. I'm like, what did she do? Why did so many girls jump her?
Right.
And they was waiting for her at her car. I'm like, girl, you must have done something real bad.
I'm telling you, like that's.
I'm telling you, like, what
and
the
fuck? That ain't no jumping. They beat your ass.
I'm talking about.
Listen, because I've never.
They didn't want you to get up.
Right. I've never heard of nobody getting jumped and not being able to walk away from it. That's not a jumping. They beat your ass to the point where you had to be taken to the hospital on a stripper. That's an ass kicking.
Right. That's a
whoop ass.
Right. That's a whoop ass that we probably gonna see next week from the preview, but we'll get there.
Oh, we'll get there. Woo!
Ooh, shit.
So, what's her name? Blue wig. What's her name? Jada. So Jada shows up to the party after Kitty specifically asked her not to come, and she was on that same tired ass. You can't tell me where to go. What? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, but however, I will give her like a half of a pedal because she did come, but she came with the intention of trying to squash the shit with Tati because they had almost gotten into it again at the house.
And they showed the clip.
Yeah.
And, a bed or some shit, I think.
No, it was just because she was there.
Oh, well.
From what I remember, I could be wrong, but and they would not let her get a word in edgewise. Like she was trying to pull Tati aside, like, let's talk and squash this. And so enter.
And even Tati said that her damn self.
Right. However, she changed her tune when bitch ass Teddy rolled up.
Is it my turn, friend? Is it my turn?
Not just yet. Not just yet.
Not
just yet. So a previous scene. Now we knew from last season that Teddy been trying to push up on Tati. He was trying to push up on Tati while he was fucking Jada, which is why Tati got her ass whooped in the first place. So let us not forget that the whole reason that there's beef between Jada and Tati is because of Teddy.
Right.
Because he's a bitch.
Because he's a stupid ass nigga. Yeah.
And we did pull Jada's whole card about having smoke for Tati when it should have been for Teddy. Although she did have some smoke for him.
Oh yeah, she did. She did.
None of it should have been towards Tati.
Right.
Yeah.
So fast forward to this scene, and
as a matter of fact, not to cut you off real quick, because we dragged Teddy because when that happened, Teddy was gaslighting her.
Yes, correct. You're right. So we fast forward to this scene, And basically Teddy and Tati, oh, I like you. Oh, I like when you're around. And I was like, gross.
Teddy always trying to fuck bitches in the shop.
Oh wait, that's his purpose. Like he don't tattoo. Like what is he there for? To fuck bitches.
To fuck
Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that, cause
like literally, I've been wondering. I've been watching this show for a while, and like he does not tattoo. He's just Caesar's friend that fucks bitches and
his
makes them act
cousin.
crazy. Right, alleged.
Listen, because I refuse to believe that the dick is that good. I'm sorry. Now
it
we gave him his roses, and then we pulled his whole card last season because we all agreed that Teddy is not a bad looking guy.
No,
and it looks like he's lost a little bit of weight. Not that really matters, but you lost what you lost in pounds, you gained in bitch assness. Because as soon as Jada showed up, he was all in her face, gaslighting her. He would not let her get a word out,
calling her all types of bitches and all that shit.
He was would not let her speak nothing, and when she tried to walk away from him, he grabbed her and she pushed him. And you know, the shit was escalating, and it, all the way to the point where he was like, because he did not call her he didn't call her out of her name until he snapped at that point and was like, man, fuck this bitch, you fired.
Yeah.
So then he called himself firing Jada, and Jada was so confused and hurt. Now, granted, this, ladies and gentlemen, and children. Well, shouldn't be no children should be listening to this show.
Right.
Please don't have y'all children listen to this show.
Please.
And if you do, we do not take responsibility for what the fuck they hear.
Right. If you let your child listen to this show, that's bad parenting on you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Ooh, child. But
I anyway, do this at work with my headphones.
But this is a prime example of needing to have the skill of de-escalating a situation. Mm-hmm. Because I feel Tati, she was passionate and she was mad, but had she turned down a little bit and tried to de-escalate the situation.
Jada. Yeah,
Jada, sorry. It may have went differently. However, that ain't what it was. We know this is turn up culture. So you know what? Strike that from the record. I don't like that. But we know how it is. Everybody want to turn up instead of turn down. So that's what happened. And then she started. And so then, because Teddy's such a bitch, Caesar finally pulled his bitch ass back there. And Teddy was like, man, she gotta go. She gotta go. That's a bitch. That bitch gotta go. And so Caesar, he didn't really agree. He was just like, I don't want to deal with this right now. So for now, please go.
Yeah.
And Jada was mad and crying, and she left and was like, fuck y'all. And she said, fuck Teddy when she leave. And then, I mean, true. So this is where we're going to end this conversation on this show. And I'm about to tag Jeremy in. I just want to set it up a little bit. Teddy, Theodore, whatever your name is. I assume his name is Theodore. I could be wrong. Don't matter. You a whole ass bitch, my nigga. Like, goddamn.
Who?
Bitch ass nigga. You have been sitting there quiet as a church mouse. You've been sitting there quiet as a hoe in church on Sunday when the pastor is looking her in her fucking eyes. The whole time. When Sky slapped the black off of your fat ass, you didn't have shit to say. But now, you didn't have much to say when Jada was fighting over your what I'm sure is mediocre dick at best. And now you got all the smoke and you want to insert yourself in this shit between these women because it's a white bitch that you trying to fuck. You didn't stand up for the fuck body else. But when it's a white bitch in the mix, here you fucking go. Which I guess is just a theme across the Black Inks this season. Because they did the same shit on Black Ink Crew Chicago with Reese, and turned out y'all did all that grandstanding for a scheming, lying ass, scamming ass, trick ass bitch. Only to fast forward here, and again, you inserted yourself in this shit and treated that woman like she was trash, like you wasn't just fucking her a couple of months ago. because you want to be the knight in shining armor for this white bitch, Mexican bitch, whatever, non-black. Okay, fuck you, Teddy. You a bitch ass nigga. Okay, go ahead, Jeremy.
Teddy, you not knowing how to handle having pussy ass, bitch ass, fat ass, porky the pig faced ass, London Bridge is falling down, troll ass, bitch ass nigga. Teddy boy, fuck you. You did all this grandstanding over pussy because that's all you do because you act like a nigga that ain't used to pussy.
There
you
it is.
ain't did shit for any woman. You let Donna, you ain't said shit when Donna got melodified. You ain't say shit when Scott slapped you like Curtis said. You ain't said shit when, but we gonna throw it way back. You ain't said shit when Duchess was on that show running a goddamn mug. But this little white bitch come here and try to throw you some pussy, which you have been trying to do, and all of a sudden you treating Jada all types of way when Tati escalated the situation at the start of the fucking episode. Teddy, you bitch ass nigga.
Which you were conveniently not present for.
Right.
Which you again conveniently
keep that same energy, nigga.
Keep that same fucking
because just like
energy.
you said, when Scott slapped the fucking spit out your mouth, you ain't have shit to say because you know how it's crazy. But you
and we
this
thought
bitch.
that because Scott was wrong as fuck for that shit.
She was wrong as hell.
However,
he could have. I would have been okay with him choking her, but whatever. But it's fine. He didn't, but he could have. But you don't want to keep that same energy. She disrespected you first. You don't want to do nothing. But this person over here, you got hands for her.
Right now, over Tati, you ready to halfway put your hands on Jada?
Right,
you ready to put your hands
on not the woman that disrespected you and had no reason to. You ain't have shit to say to Sky, who be just flying off the goddamn handle all the fucking time.
Sky, who every time you even look at another woman in the shop, and even she go crazy and
breathe in that direction.
In your own personal life, because last season Taylor was like, it ain't even just women in the shop, it's women off camera in your own personal life. You ain't got shit for Sky, but Jada now. Like Curtis said, could she have de-escalated the situation? Yes. However, we wouldn't be in this situation if not for your bitch ass Teddy, and you got the black ass, cuckold ass, non-knowing how to handle pussy ass nerve, you bitch ass nigga.
That's it. Because I feel like
Teddy act like a nigga. Teddy act like a nigga that ain't used to have a pussy. Since his inception on this fucking show, he has always moved and act like a nigga that he just started getting pussy with black
because he did. I think we can all agree that he probably didn't start getting pussy till he was on this show.
Absolutely. And he didn't foresee his popularity, I guess, with the girls that be in his DMs or whatever. So he don't know how to act. Because the shit is on camera, on TV. So any bitch that he's gonna deal with gonna know how he roll now.
Right. But at the end, beginning, and middle of the day, if you would keep your dick out of shop pussy, you would not be having all these problems. But you a trick ass bitch. Fuck you. And well, I'm not gonna say fuck Tati, although she did escalate the shit. But I mean, I'm not 100% mad at Tati because she did get her ass beat last season.
Yeah,
so I understand.
Jada beat her ass.
She beat her ass,
and there's no debate to be had. She beat her ass.
No, that was not a fight. She beat her ass.
Correct.
Wow.
But Teddy, you
are literally the cause of this shit. What you say, Kurt? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Teddy, you the fuck nigga of the week in my Nicki Minaj voice.
You the whole ass nigga of the week because you move just like a whole ass nigga. Teddy move like a nigga that done had his dick all on the timeline, and then when two of the women get into it, he get mad at the one that calling him out on his shit, other than the one that's gassing him up because she still wants some dick. That's what the fuck Teddy is.
Incorrect. Teddy is like the nigga that had his dick all up in everybody's DMs, and then when that shit spill on the timeline, he want to cape for the light skinned one.
Okay.
Strong argument, friend. Strong argument.
Okay, I like it. All right.
I said
Right.
what the fuck I said, and I don't even be paying attention to what you heteros be doing on Twitter because I don't know what the fuck y'all don't know what the. I don't even know how y'all still alive to be
I don't
honest.
know. I don't know.
Ooh, child. Hetero
It's so
Twitter's the
hard, like
ghetto.
it been.
I said that, and that tweet went, I guess, halfway viral. Being attracted to men is a scam. I'm sorry, it is. I said what the fuck I said.
I can't.
Oh
I
my
can't
God, that's a whole
I'm,
nother topic we could
I'm
talk
not-
about for a long time.
I'm not even attracted to men, and I agree that being attracted to men is a scam.
Yeah. So, real quick, the preview for next week looks lit as fuck because there's a new artist that it looks like Alex hired. Which I'm. How does this shop work? Because
Like, who
anybody
was
can
in
hire.
charge?
Who was in charge?
And Teddy
I thought
firing
Melody
her?
was
Like,
in
he
charge.
has
No, not
pulled?
Melody. I thought Tati was in charge.
And then
There
y'all
should
say
only be
Walt's the
one.
assistant manager?
Right. There should only be one person hiring. That should be Tati. Maybe Caesar.
Yeah.
But they just letting anybody hire people with. So he hired some light skinned, light eyed nigga, which already you should not be trusting.
Mhm.
Correct.
Akbar Jr.
Yeah. And it looks like I don't know what was, and for whatever reason, because Sky had smoke for him this episode because she was trying to be trash, or not trying to, she was being trash and was trying to make fun of him, like, who are you again? And he was like, I'm such and such, who are you? And then she got all mad. Like, how do you not know who I am? You should know who the fuck I bitch. You ain't nobody. You don't even tattoo. Shut the
Right.
fuck up.
What you're known for fighting and you're
No, you're known for getting beat up
And being messy.
and being messy and loud. And I mean, if we gonna call a spade, Sky is a nice looking woman. I'm not gonna lie. Like she's had immaculate work done.
yeah.
Real quick. Oh, also fuck you, Teddy, because your bitch ass had the goddamn nerve, gall, and all damn audacity to say that Jada don't bring no value to the shop when you literally don't do nothing in that motherfucker.
When
okay.
You don't do shit but sit on the couch.
Literally. And Jada even said that.
And she did.
Looking for
You
more
don't-
women to have sex with.
Right. You don't do shit but sit on the couch like fucking Garfield.
And
Shut
throw
your bitch
around
ass
his
up.
whatever bullshit authority firing people
Right.
that you can't really fire.
Right.
Right.
And
But
halfway
continue,
living vicariously through Caesar.
Exactly.
hello. But continue, because I had to dial back because I almost forgot that. Because that shit blew me. He already had blew me, but
He's
that
so
shit right
fucking
there.
annoying.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, Sky has decided that she got smoked with the new artist that they hired for the
Already?
New Orleans shop. And in the preview, he walked up and I don't even remember what was said, but she put her hands on him and he put his hands on her, and then them niggas swooped down on him and gave him the beating of his life.
Oh
Listen.
shit.
And from what I remember, it looked like Caesar kind of like Caesar did swing on him and connected, and then they was across the street in the park, and
Teddy big ass jumped on that nigga and was beating him the fuck up. Listen, secure them niggas fought. They beat his ass.
No, that wasn't no fight. They beat his ass.
Based on the preview, they beat his ass, and security was and it was one of the things where security because remember on Black in Chicago when they fought and was it Black? It was one damn show where the security. Oh, it was when Lily beat up Charmaine and security was basically protecting Charmaine from Lily. Security said fuck this shit. Beat his ass. They didn't do shit based on the preview.
Yeah, they beat his ass. Now I will say this, and then we'll move on and close the show out with Married to Medicine. In Candace's words, Sky definitely has a hands problem.
Correct.
She keep her motherfucking hands to herself.
Yeah,
always
she does.
had
Absolutely.
She always has had one, but it's usually with women, except for Teddy. But he's a cook anyway, so it's really the same thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, clearly she put her hands on the wrong nigga. Now he's trash as fuck for putting his hands back on her because he definitely punched her in the goddamn face.
Correct.
But and clearly he taking his licks for doing so. But that we would not be there if Sky hadn't started it. So
correct.
Two people can be wrong at the same time in a scenario, and that's what's here.
You're
Sky wrong because she shouldn't have put her hands on that man, and he definitely wrong as fuck for putting his hands on her in return. But again, I mean, they beat his ass. So
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah,
the
it's like,
universe
sorry.
works itself out.
Right.
yeah, it
They
all
beat
works out.
because they beat his ass.
They was beating him from what I could see. They beat his ass.
And there's no debate to be had.
Like,
Based on the preview.
You know it's an ass whooping when you on the ground and somebody on top of you.
Right. Yeah. So
Like,
you're not. Yeah. It's done.
all you can do is try to protect yourself as best
Protect
you
your
can.
face.
Because
Yeah.
Teddy was sitting on him like Teddy sit on that goddamn couch beating his ass.
Okay, Teddy was sitting on him like Mario when he jumped on the Goombas. I was like, ooh. Okay, so let's move on and close things out. So, Married to Medicine, episode 4, emotional workout.
Oof.
I just want to start off with this. These women are fucking insane. These bitches are crazy as hell.
Like
They are
legitimately
crazy.
terrible.
But I will say that this was the most lit crab boil that I've seen in a long time with no fists being thrown.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Dr. Heavenly and her dumbass daughter for dropping all them
Wow,
goddamn crabs.
I just was. Oh my god, I was just thinking about that. Actually, I'm literally like looking at it because it's on TV. Like, she handed her the bag, and it's like Heavenly dropped that shit on purpose. I was so mad. Like, bitch, why did you even have that shit on the table with water in it?
That's how you know motherfuckers don't know how to cook because I don't know how to handle crabs, I should say, because I'm not gonna sit up here and be the authority on cooking because Lord knows my ass does not know how and does not like to cook. However, growing up in a seafood eating family, I know good and fucking well that when you have a brown paper bag full of goddamn crabs, you put that brown paper bag in a plastic fucking bag.
Thank you.
You dumbass. What the fuck is y'all doing? Bitch,
You
them
fucking
crabs,
whole dentist doctor. You ain't got no common sense.
none. No common sense. The daughter ain't got none either. Them crabs got out that bag and they was sparring.
And these crazies got tongs trying to get them up.
Them crabs
staring
was
them
like,
themselves.
them crabs said, bitch, fuck you. I'm not going to the hot
I'm not
pot
going to
Stevie.
Them crabs said to freedom.
They sure did. They sure did. They didn't get there, but they tried.
they almost did.
They definitely tried. That Underground Railroad did not go very far.
Got away.
Right. It was probably one crab in the grass that they didn't see. I mean, his ass gonna die, but
yeah.
but you know,
He in purgatory right now.
and I have to say, I have to line them up. Simone, Toya, Mariah. Who am I forgetting? Halfway Heavenly.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't no real bitches. Y'all ain't no real bitches.
Nah.
No, they're not.
Nah.
Not no real bitches. Now I will say this. Heavenly is batshit crazy.
Yes.
Yes.
But when she called Mariah a low down dirty bitch, that shit had me screaming.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I've always thought Heavenly was weird, but she was real with that one.
And when she told her therapist the way she said it, she was like, I called her a low down dirty bitch and told her to get out of my house. You would have done what killed me with that was she was like, you would have done the same, right? And he was looking like, girl, what?
She was like, you agree with me, right? You don't have to kick niggas out. I know. We black. I know you have.
Now, let me say this. Is it just me? Or does Heavenly's therapist give you an Iyanla vibe?
He gives me a breath of he gives me a breath of beloved.
Just a smidge.
He gives me Twitter psychology degrey.
Okay, all right.
And it could just be because Heavenly is so fucking crazy.
Yes.
I think it's a bit of both. I think he got a bit of Rhonda, but also he working with a
yeah. I mean, because we do have to factor in that it's like therapy for TV, so it has to be kind of sensational.
And it's also therapy for Heavenly, so
yeah. Heavenly is fuck stable. That's a crazy bitch. I'm sorry.
She is. I thought it was just me. Like, she's weird.
No, she crazy as hell.
A step further. Crazy.
Remember the Outkast song Roses at the end where Big Boy say, "Oh, crazy bitch." That he was talking about Heavenly.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy ass bitch. She definitely Caroline from that song.
I just wanted to ask y'all, is it just me or does Dr. Contessa kind of look like Marlo, or am I tripping? Like just in
There's
the
a
face
little
with certain
bit.
hair. She
Yeah,
kinda looks like that.
just a small resemblance. I can see it.
Yeah, like her cousin a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something like that. They just favor for some reason to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, when Heavenly was talking about how she don't speak to her sister and they grew up like literally fighting, I was like, that explains a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with how she be going back and forth with Mariah. Because
Okay.
she did say that. She was like, Mariah reminds me of my sister.
That's why okay.
But
That
from
makes
what
sense.
Heavenly's account, I don't know what we don't know both sides of the story, but from Heavenly's account, it do sound like her sister's a hating ass, trifling ass.
Yeah.
She was like, I let the bitch come and stay with me. She was talking crazy to me. She had to get out. She had to go. We stopped speaking.
She's like, you got to hey Curtis, she turned into you. You got to get the fuck out my house.
Okay.
You have to go.
You have to leave. You have to exit the premises. And I can only imagine you let somebody, family or not, you let a motherfucker come stay with you and they get to talking crazy and disrespecting. You got to get the fuck out of my house.
You're not gonna stay here talking like that.
Right. One of us got to go, and it ain't gonna be me.
Okay,
Right.
Especially if we live in here in the Houston of Texas, the curb is warm. I'm sorry, you got to get out of my house.
the curb is warm.
Shit, you got to get out of my fucking house. Listen,
Good luck.
Rent is too fucking high to be disrespected in your own home. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Right.
Just saying.
Like you. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah. So this is the episode where Miss Quad finally graces the ladies with her presence.
My quad.
And I really like Quad a lot. Quad is my favorite on the show. Quad and Contessa for now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give y'all too much because y'all probably disappoint me the next episode. So for now,
and I'll give Dr. Jackie too.
I like the role that Jackie plays on the show, but she's not really my favorite.
That's fair.
So Quad shows up and Toya and wait, before we get there. So spilling over from last episode, Toya and Dr. Contessa got smoked because Toya is a weird ass, trifling ass, disrespectful ass piece of bitch.
Yeah.
Correct.
And we remember from the last episode where she was disrespecting Dr. Contessa. Dr. Contessa couldn't show up for that whack ass birthday / happy fat ass Kelly Price Eugene. I don't know what the fuck that party was.
It's supposed to be about my nigga, but it's really about me ass party.
It's my birthday, but I'm gonna throw a party for my man, but then I'm gonna act like it's all about me because it is. Like, girl, you are so fucking stupid.
Because she has nothing else to do but be stupid.
True. That is true. So Dr. Contessa, basically her and Dr. Contessa started going back and forth and she trying to be dismissive. And Dr. Contessa was like, you had all that smoke at your whack ass party, but now I'm here in your face and you ain't got shit to say.
Keep that same energy.
Where's the energy? Where is it?
Energy.
Shit. Dr. Contessa was like, where is the energy, bitch? And again, I'm like, you a whole ass weirdo because you really holding on to this that she didn't give you a personal phone call. Like her whole fucking husband was not there to support your dumb ass.
Wow.
That's the shit that just blows me. Like I'm owed a personal phone call. Like if that's the case, then why would my husband be there? Like, girl, what are you talking about?
And then especially fast forward, we finding out that the reason she wasn't there is because she was taking her father sick. And then not only is this nigga sick, he's sick. He got cancer.
He got cancer. He don't want to admit that he got cancer and I remember it was a big deal about the airport. So apparently he got there and he fell asleep for 4 hours in the airport. So I'm assuming that was part of the thing. She was at the airport waiting for him, and I guess she couldn't find him or nothing because this nigga fell asleep.
Right.
And then she was like, as soon as he got in the car, he fell asleep again. And my thing is, he was trying to downplay the shit, but I'm like, sir, your daughter is a doctor. Her husband is a doctor. If you tell them this information, they know what that means. Whether you want to admit it or not, they know what it means.
Right. But he got that old black man stubbornness in him, though.
He's like, I don't want to take no treatment until the biopsy confirms it. I'm like, nigga,
Oh,
okay, sir. I mean,
Black
I guess.
PSA, black men, take better care of yourselves, please.
Shit, me
Please.
included.
yes.
Included.
Go
But
to
anyway.
make sure y'all going to the doctor.
Yeah. So they go back and forth a little bit, and basically, Dr. Contessa was like, "Call me when you want to have a conversation, you dumb bird ass bitch." And because Toya don't really want that smoke with Dr. Contessa the way she think. She don't want that smoke in her face. She'll talk that
She'll
shit
talk
when
that shit.
Contessa
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
Like
She'll
that little
s-
girl said, when I'm not around, you want to do this, but when I'm around, you don't want to post up.
Mhm.
Trifling bitch.
Toya one of them people that subtweet all day, but when it's brought to their doorstep, they like,
Yes.
I don't
I
know
don't
what
remember
that's-
saying that.
I don't recall. I don't.
I don't
Just
understand
like
what the
that little thing
problem
with
is.
Quad, like that little
Mm.
hit, and then she was walking away. That little passive aggressive bullshit. Like
Mhm.
she not trying to fight people, but you gonna do that bullshit to the wrong person and get that terrible track pulled out.
And listen, Dr. Contessa was in the Air Force. That's not the one you want spoke with, beloved.
Listen, so let me be honest with y'all. Dr. Contessa, you can tell she on a real spiritual journey. Evelyn, I don't really know what you're doing,
Crazy. She's being crazy. That's what she's doing.
but you can tell that Dr. Contessa had, like, she realizes she has things to lose. Because let me tell you something, I would have, because not only did you disrespect me and embarrass me at your party when I was on the phone, you also disrespected and embarrassed my husband while he was there. And then when I come in your face, you still being disrespectful, but you don't want to have that same energy.
When I'm in front of you.
In the name of all things that are good and holy, in the name of niggas across the world, in the name of every black girl named Keisha that has had a bitch fucking with her, in the name of the moon, I would have beat the fuck out of Toya.
Beat them damn color contacts out her face.
Okay.
So sick of her.
Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson that women with color contacts are the root of all.
They're
evil.
not to be trusted.
Yeah, people with color contacts.
Don't
Yeah,
even have to
yeah.
be women.
Yeah.
It don't have to be women, because there's a whole lot of gays out here with color contacts. We see you with your black ass. You ain't got
Blue
no
eyes.
blue eyes.
Skin.
Bitch, you on Instagram looking like a motherfucking blue eyes white dragon. Bitch, you know that shit ain't
Oh, bush streaming destruction face thing.
shit. Fuck out of my face with them
Oh,
electric
God.
blue contacts.
Oh, goddamn Charizard face thing.
Anyway, we have gone way off topic. So
Your skin black as 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. at a goddamn Waffle House, and your eyes fucking light pink. You bitch, you.
blue ass eyes, and you African American. You ain't even from a part of Africa where that might be an occurrence.
Your ass part of the dysphoria, and your ass got fucking green
Okay.
eyes.
Shit. You from Alabama with blue eyes. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway.
From fucking Willacoochee, Georgia and shit.
Okay. Fancy Texas.
Your ass from fucking Mobile, and your ass up there
Okay.
hazel eyes and shit.
Like Medea say, from Augusta.
Yes.
And yeah, and so Toya and Mariah are two clear examples that you cannot trust and fuck with people that wear color contacts on purpose.
Oh,
On purpose.
So yeah, we'll put a pin in that. Contessa and Toya had their little spat, and so then Miss Quad, she showed up, and she could not even get her butt in the seat good before they started attacking. They pounced on her. Dr. Simone, she needs. Listen, if I was Quad, I would have punched Dr. Simone's overbite into regular teeth. Like, bitch, you got me full circle. Fucked
I
up.
really do not like Toya and Simone, and
They're worst ones.
But they the worst. But Dr. Simone was really doing too much.
A lot.
Listen, let me tell you when it would have been over if I was Quad. When Dr. Simone stood up and said, "This little girl thinks she's bitch, who you calling a little girl?"
Look,
You gonna get this little uppercut. That's what you gonna get.
Excuse
gonna-
me, bitch.
you gonna get this little Shoryuken from goddamn
I'm talking about
Ryu.
just
You gonna
healing
get
your
you-
throat hole. What the fuck you mean?
You about to get this Chun-Li. That's what you gonna get.
Right?
But, okay, so when Quad came in, she hugged Heavenly
She
and gave
hugged
everybody
Heavenly.
else a little shoulder squeeze.
Yeah,
basically.
she did,
Okay.
but she acknowledged everybody.
She did, and she didn't have to because they just terrible fucking people.
Right. And
Correct.
she sat down and they immediately started attacking like,
I mean,
Quad.
as soon as she put
so
her
catch us
butt in
up
the
on
chair.
everything. Tell us something. Tell us everything. And Quad is just like,
Damn, can I say, hey, how you doing? How's the fucking
Like-
crab legs, bitch? Like what?
right.
Can I
Nobody
bite my
offered me
corn?
a drink. You ain't offered me no plate. Like,
With them
Nothing.
taters hitting like why y'all they're for mess. They
They're
not they
for
don't
mess.
care. They're curious. They want to
although
know
I
the
don't,
tea.
I mean, I didn't see a lot of seasoning. So
Oh, it was
I'm
boiling.
not
It was sitting
sure.
on the top boiling. Like
it
she
was
didn't stir that shit at all. She didn't
But,
stir it. She put
I
everything in the
mean,
pot.
the way Toya. You know, I don't trust Toya. So
No,
I
she
don't-
look.
I was gonna
Come
say
on now.
the way she was eating, maybe it was good, but
No.
I don't know. Low key, I feel like the crab was overcooked because there was so much shit going on. Anyway, we okay.
And they done had an extra trip because they done fell on the ground.
Okay, well traveled crab.
Well exercised.
Crab worldwide.
Okay. But yeah, so the shit escalated very quickly. They attacking Quad. They would not really let her get a word in edgewise.
Mhm.
She's trying to explain to them, I got a lot going on. Now, I will say, to be fair, because we're fair on this show, do I believe Quad when she tries to say that she's reached out to everybody? No.
Right.
However, I don't think, own your shit. You don't need to reach out to them. You going through shit. And the thing about it is the only one that really knows Quad is Mariah. And she said that. Now Mariah, and so we talked about this in the pregame when Quad walked away and Mariah tried to give her purse. And she was like, just put it in there. And then Mariah started turning up like, bitch, I tried to give you your purse. You don't do me like that. Like, I could have left it at the table. And it was like, you right. You could have left it at the table. What is you mad about?
Right.
And so they got into it a little bit. Quad tried to walk away. She did not put her hands on Mariah, and Mariah put her hand on Quad. And you could tell Quad, it took everything in her to hold it together because she did not swing on her. And I feel like any other woman would have swung on Mariah.
I really wanted her to slap the shit out of Mariah.
So my trash side wanted her to.
Yeah.
But the
I'm
rest,
glad she
my
didn't.
logical side realizes that she is such an emotional wreck. She would not have been able to
And them
fight
bitches
her.
would have ate that shit up.
That too.
They would have ate that up if she would have did anything to Mariah.
But that let me know that Mariah on the show is an act.
Mhm.
Because when Quad went off on her about putting her hands on her and walked away, that shit went away immediately. And Mariah was like, wait a minute. She was like, wait a girl, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell that shit was an act, but when she realized Quad was serious,
And they closed that door and pushed that camera back out.
they closed that door. Right. But like I said, Mariah is the only one that knows Quad. And Mariah has said this in the confessionals. I don't remember if she said it to the other dummies, but Mariah knows. She's like, Quad, she internalizes and she isolates herself when she's dealing with stuff. That's how she is. And we all know somebody like that. Shit,
Yeah.
I'm like that, to be quite honest. My friends know when I'm going through some shit, I need some space. But they also have learned over the years when it's too much space. Okay, shout out to my friends for sending the police up to my house when I was not answering for too long.
Well, you do friendship.
I'm telling you, it's important.
And so yeah, just
Correctly.
steady attacking her, and then Heavenly came in there, and it seemed like they was okay, they was getting better, and then Quad was like, it didn't feel sisterly, and then Heavenly started turning up.
She's like, don't say no shit like that. Like we not there for you, Quad. Like this is sister.
We are sisters. Man, I was like, girl,
You so fucking fake. She's so fake and crazy.
I'm just like, y'all know what she's dealing with, and your answer when you finally get her in the room is to attack her. Make it make sense. You
It's
dumb
not.
bitches.
That's right. It's not gonna make sense because none of these people have any type of empathy. It's like it's scary. Like sometimes I be thinking, like, how do you not see that this person is going through something? They just don't want to share it with you at this time.
Right. Like she literally is barely holding it together. You could see it. Because
They showed the clip from the reunion. She is distraught about
this. Like she was bawling, crying. It wasn't no fake tears like on the other show. She was bawling multiple times in the one scene. And so they go out.
She cried so hard she had to fix a damn eyelash.
Right. She was like, I need some goddamn eyelash glue. I done cried my lash off. And you just think of seeing, we know the situation that she's in. You could just imagine how much it took her to put herself together
to come to that
physically, to even come to a fucking crab boil. And I sit down with these particular bitches, and I sit down and don't nobody even offer me an ear corn or a smidge of sausage. Fuck y'all. Anyway, shit escalate. Heavenly start going crazy. Finally, to fast forward a little bit, they go back outside. Quad pulls Simone aside, which is way more than Simone deserves. Because I feel like all Simone deserves is a side of Knuckle. But anyway, they start talking, and then everybody gravitates over there. Dr. Jackie finally shows up, and because she's the voice of reason, because the rest of these hens are just crazy as hell. They finally start listening to what Quad is saying. Quad breaks down and she apologizes for pushing them out. Again, an apology that she did not owe them and that they did not deserve, in my opinion.
Agreed.
But they start making some progress. But Quad still told them, she was like, it's going to take some time for me to get to the point where I can confide. Like, it just is what it is.
And that's the thing, like none of them have. And you know what? It reminds I posed this question on Twitter. Honestly, it was some other shit. I was watching what was urban on the timeline, and also watching this. I was like, it posed the question like, can empathy and emotional intelligence be taught, or is it just something where either you got it or you don't?
I think it can be taught, but you have to be willing.
There you go.
And open.
Some people are just like, you know what, this doesn't affect my life, and I don't give a shit.
Right.
And it's just they just like that.
And the reason I say this because I feel like these women, well, other than Contessa and Dr. Jackie, these women willingly lack emotional intelligence, in particular when it comes to Quad.
Yes.
Correct.
So, but they would want the same. They would want to be babied if their husband cheated. They would want a powwow, like a nice little powwow, and all that bullshit.
Simone wants sympathy because she won't give her husband no pussy.
Like,
right. Like the main thing about it is everybody is trying to dictate to Quad what the friendship is supposed to be, and they feel like because and imagine you saying the friendship is not fair because you're not confiding in me. Like,
what? If I don't feel comfortable, then I won't confide in you. That's how that works.
Like maybe address whether or not I feel comfortable and why I'm not confiding versus trying to attack me and force it out of me. That ain't friendship.
That's a messy bitch.
That's a messy bitch.
But let's start to wind things down. So they had Dr. Jackie's Fitney field day part 2. And Dr. Jackie, in her wisdom, she paired all the ladies that have beef with each other.
Of course.
So Mariah and Heavenly, Quad and Simone, and Contessa and Dumb Bitch.
we won't even speak her name.
They did all that. No, we about to speak her name. So they did all that, and that was cute or whatever. I think Heavenly and Mariah ended up winning. Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Because Heavenly definitely gave up on that one challenge.
Yeah, she was like, fuck it. She was like, girl, I ain't got
it. Yeah. Which, you know what? Fair, because all of that shit looked difficult.
Yeah.
For the out of shape and fat like me. So
same.
And so then the last part of the show, Toya and Dr. Contessa meet up for dinner. Now, at the Fitney thing, Dr. Contessa came in and she was on some different shit. She was on brand new energy. She gave Toya a hug and was like, all that shit, I don't want to fight with you. Like, let's call it, let's just call it a spade and be done with it. Real quick, I do want to mention that I laughed my ass off when Eugene busted Heavenly upside the head with that dodgeball. I also want to mention shout out to Cat Daddy Cecil, because when I say that nigga was moving and dodging them balls, okay, like you can tell that. Anyway, we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there. But anyway, I see you, Cecil. You can tell the Freaknik lives deep within him. Anyway,
the freak
all of it that Simone don't deserve. But anyway,
Simone don't deserve, but she'll be taken advantage of.
Right.
So Dr. Contessa and Toya meet because for whatever reason, Toya has decided that, the Fitney thing was not the place to address their issue. And so she being weird and standoffish. So they meet up. And immediately she starts going into it like, you're not listening to me. And basically she just really is in her bag because Dr. Contessa didn't give her a personal phone call about not coming to that whack ass party. And Contessa is like, I feel like you're making something out of nothing. Like, I'm telling you, I don't want no smoke. I apologize because I was not in my right mind trying to get my father together, which is an apology that you did not fucking deserve.
Right.
Correct.
You should be giving an apology for embarrassing her and her husband the way that you did. But we already spoke on that. And the shit just started going left because Toya refuses to let it go. And she did not like having her whole card pulled because I agreed with Contessa when she was like, you want to have an argument with me. You don't want to squash this. You don't want to be friends. You want to have an argument. And I don't understand why. I'm trying to be peaceful with you. And so the waiter came up in the middle of the conversation and Contessa was ordering and asking him questions and being nice to him and everything. And Toya took that as a personal affront, like, oh, well, just fuck me. You don't give a fuck about what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, every time, maybe I'm wrong, but every time I've gone out to eat with somebody, we sitting there having a conversation. When the waiter comes up, we pause the conversation and we order our fucking food.
Yes.
Correct.
Waiter, we
That's
resume
what
the
happens
conversation
in real life.
That is what real people do. That is what normal people do. But when you're a crazy ass bird ass bitch, I guess the rules are different.
Everything has to be about her, I guess.
Right. Everything has to be about Toya. It don't matter what you're going through. You have to cater to Toya's feelings, whether you fucking her or not.
My house can be on fire, but it's not my house.
Right.
Why did you?
But you didn't call me and tell me that your house was on fire.
Right.
How dare you keep me?
Bad freak.
How dare you keep that from me, Quad?
Right. Right.
So the shit escalated to the point where Dr. Contessa was like, well, okay, you have a nice evening. I'm going to leave.
Because you're a weirdo.
And as she was leaving, what's her name? Toya said something bitch. And Contessa stopped and came back to the table and was like, for future reference. And then they had another little bickering. And then this time Toya was getting up to leave. And Toya was like, because you order food, so let me be the one to go. And Contessa was like, yes, go fly, birdie. Bye-bye.
Oh.
And that was the end of the episode. So I'm here for, let me just say, I'm here for Dr. Contessa and the way she handled Toya. I'm here for Quad, although, again, I get it. Quad kind of gave those apologies to keep the peace because she didn't want to fight with them no more.
Which I would just say, sometimes you just get enough, even though you're not in the wrong. Sometimes you just be like, "Look, I am tired of you bitches." Like, goddamn.
Right. She's like, it's enough. Like, she like, my marriage is in shambles. Like, I'm not about to add fighting with you idiots on top of that. So if you need me to apologize, here you go, Gina. Are you happy now?
Right. Basically.
And that was pretty much it. You guys have any final thoughts?
It's just like Toya's whole thing is that passive aggressive bullshit under your wait till you walking off to say some shit. She don't want to
because she need to be beat the fuck up.
That's exactly right. Nobody has really stepped up to her and actually done it, because all these women have stuff to lose apparently. But you know, like, she's gonna try the wrong person, and I'm really ready for her face to be rearranged.
Listen, it's like, girl, you've already been fighting before. Just because you worked it out with Mariah, dumbass, that don't mean shit. Just because y'all color contact concubines, that don't mean shit.
Color contact concubine. Okay, all right.
That don't mean shit.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's end the show. We've been running for a little bit over 2 hours. Listen, because goddamn you, Curtis. Show title.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I can't even lie. I agree.
You're wonderful though.
All right. So first, Adina, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
Been
me.
a long time coming. I
Yeah.
had a good time.
I
We
had a good time
back.
too.
I will say our last episode was a little bit lackluster. Listen, I was high as fuck. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's fine.
Tell the truth, baby.
Tell the truth and shame the devil, if you believe in that sort of thing.
And I mean, also the show didn't give us much anyway.
Yeah, they didn't.
I mean, y'all decided to stop watching one of them. Like, it's just like,
yeah. I mean, me and you squeezed out as much as we could.
Yeah.
I mean, we squeezed out a lot because it still was a 2.5 hour show, which why? But I mean, this show about to be the same length. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
But we gave you content. Hashtag content. Shout out to Bianca. Wrap things up. Follow us on Instagram. It's at Ratchet Ramblings. Follow us on Twitter. It's at Ratchet Rambling. Follow us. Like the Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Ratchet Ramblings. And leave us some new ratings and reviews so we can read them on the show.
Correct.
Jeremy?
Thank you all for listening. Speaking of Bianca, 4-year anniversary of Crown and Collars is coming. It'll probably be out Tuesday. And we are going to have Curtis and Candace join me and Bianca for the Niggyversary of Crown and Collars. 4 years. 4 years to today. So look out for that.
Shout out to all of our sister and brother shows on CSPN Network.
Correct.
Of course, this has been a CSPN production. Check out the Patreon/CSPN Media for bonus hashtag content for a small fee. If you want to support us with no fees, then go to our website, cspn.us. Click on the Keep Our Podcast Free link and shop with any of our sponsors, including Amazon, Adam and Eve, and some other ones. All of that good shit is there. I don't think I have anything else. Jeremy, Adina, y'all have anything else?
No. Thank y'all for having me.
Of course, and I don't have nothing. We out. It's International Podcast Day as we're recording, so make sure you support your favorite podcast network, and especially this one. Don't forget to check out Gay Side Stores with Curtis. And don't forget the hashtag Pods by QPOC and the directory that he and Candace work so diligently to curate. And with that, we are the fuck out of here.
And register to vote.
Correct.
Yes.
And white people, get your shit together.
Well, I mean, that goes without
That's
saying.
just
And
never
just
gonna-
real quick to plug it, because Gay Side Stories is not part of the CSPN, but I did partner with Candace and Mike over at Not So Newlywed, and we did a bonus show. It's on both of our feeds. It's called Wake Up and Vote. It has very good information about voting and whatnot. So please check that out. Please register to vote. Please make sure that people around you that you love and hold dear are also registered and that you are actually planning on going to vote. And the benediction for this week is, I'm going to keep it simple. Thou shalt get beat the fuck up.
Wow.
I'm looking at you, Toya, and a couple of you other motherfuckers. We out. Peace.
Peace.